What's good, my peopleizations? What's going on, my peopleizations? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So, Teofimo Lopez Sr., father, trainer, and manager, Teofimo Lopez Jr., unified lightweight undefeated world champion superstar boxer. He has some very interesting takes regarding the fact that they had to move their fight date from uh, um, the scheduled June 5th date that they were going to have in Florida. And now Floyd Mayweather scheduled his fight June 6th in Florida. Teofimo Lopez Sr. had a very interesting take on Floyd Mayweather. And he says that they are still going to outdo Floyd Mayweather as far as sales go. They are still going to come out on top. And they have now moved their date to June 19th, ironically enough. Okay. June 19th marks the date of Jamal Charlo, undefeated 2-division world champion. He'll be fighting Monteo that day, June 19th in Houston, Texas. Okay. That is Juneteenth. Okay. So so he has a very interesting take regarding, how Floyd Mayweather view things and why he does things. Okay. And he just goes off. He's doing an interview, and he just, just explaining his take and his views, his viewpoints on Floyd Mayweather. Now we know Floyd Mayweather is still the biggest draw in the sport of boxing. He just is. Okay. Some people may not agree, and that's simply because they don't want to agree. Floyd Mayweather is still the biggest draw in the sport of boxing, hands down. We got 330 people here. Let's get 330 likes. So he then goes on to say that Floyd Mayweather, this is an exhibition first and foremost. Because if Floyd Mayweather, let's just be completely 100% honest here, Floyd Mayweather was still competing within the sport in a ranking system for sanction bodies and for legacy, it wouldn't even be close. Okay. And furthermore, this wouldn't be a date of Floyd Mayweather's, so with that said, he pointed to the fact that in the second half of Floyd Mayweather's career, after defeating Oscar De La Hoya, he pointed to look at the dates that Floyd Mayweather chose to showcase his talents on. Okay, so he points to that and he says, well, you can see the pattern. Essentially is what he's saying with Floyd Mayweather. Okay. So with that said, with that said, he's saying that, the fact that Floyd Mayweather chose those dates is a clear indication of Floyd Mayweather's stance. Okay. We know Floyd Mayweather, he defeated Oscar De La Hoya back in May of 2007. And since that point, he has been fighting on 2 dates. We know that to be true. Okay. It's the popularity of the dates is the reason why Floyd Mayweather chose those dates. Okay. So he's saying you look at the pattern here with Floyd Mayweather. And, at some point in time, when you're a father, trainer, and manager of your son, who's the athlete, okay, then you have to choose your words very wisely. Tay Brown, peace of blessings, queen. You have to choose your words very, very wisely. You understand? So now I've been told that Teofimo Lopez, he came out and he spoke the opposite. Okay, to say that's not the case. But once you put it out there, you can't take it back. You understand? It's going to always be perceived as such, no matter how you try to retract it. You understand? Sandy Sanchez, peace of blessings, queen. How you doing today? No matter how much you try to retract it, it's always going to be perceived as such. You cannot retract it. You understand? Uh, so with that said, and it's always going to be glued upon Teofimo Lopez as well. Regardless if Teofimo Lopez views has the same viewpoints as his dad, this is just going to be the way uh, uh, it's going to come across. Okay, do me a favor. We got 400 people here. Please smash the like button. Let's get the likes up to 400. Smash the like button, my peopleizations. Let's work. Let's get the likes up to 400. Okay. So with that said, he goes on to say that Floyd Mayweather doesn't like Latino fighters. Okay, which we know not to be true because, ironically enough, Floyd Mayweather he gets, uh, uh, um, you know, he gets it from both ends, right? It's just like this week, if Floyd Mayweather's just getting it from, everywhere, right? So now he's saying the reason why he chose those two dates and the reason why he's operating the way he is with this situation is because he doesn't like Latino fighters. Well, that could be the furthest thing from the truth because everybody stated that's the only fighters he gave the opportunities to. You see how this works? So you see, my people, when I say my peopleizations. So you see, when I tell you guys, when the narrative is always out there, oh, Floyd Mayweather, he's never fought, this fighter or that fighter or this fighter, right? So now he puts it out there that Floyd Mayweather chose these dates, and doesn't like Latino boxers. I mean, Trey Bates, what's going on? I don't understand. How could that possibly be the case? When first and foremost, he has a promotional company that features such, and his top uh, fighter in his stable under his promotional company, they only fight the big fights. All of Gervonta Tank Davis's big fights are against Latino boxers. So he's giving, get this, he's giving Mario Barrios, who's not even an official champion. Mario Barrios is a regular champion, right? Where we have the official champions fighting for undisputed next Saturday. And next Saturday, we're gonna have Jose Benavidez Sr. Jose Benavidez. Jose Ramirez and Josh Taylor next Saturday for undisputed at 140. At 140. You understand? So Gervonta Tank Davis could fight a plethora of other fighters at 130 and 135 and give them the same opportunity, quote unquote, as he's giving Leo Santa Cruz, Mario Barrios, uh, 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 and whomever else he's faced. You follow what I'm trying to tell you? So he's giving the opportunity to Mario Barrios. That could be Devin Haney. That could be Shakur Stevenson. Because you can't look at and say, well, Mario Barrios is a champion. Well, he's a regular champion. The official belts will be on the line next Saturday. Uh, Canelo Alvarez versus Plant will be on Fox PBC pay-per-view. You understand? So let me go ahead and get to all my peopleizations in the building. I know I missed some of you guys, so just go ahead and greet me as we go. DP Rocker, St. Louis Mick, Underground Asylum, Jose Diaz, Stanley Bailey, DP Rocker, Vinny, Benny Blanco, Felix Mays, Mamba Mentality, Tate Brown, Piece of Butt Screen, Check Hook, Elijah Lawson, James Grizzard, Eli Zachary, Toss Everything, Chris Leggett, Money in the Ghetto, B Wade, Check Hook, Stephen Houston, Marvin Gibson, Elliot Burgess, D Hodges, Sandy Sanchez, Kevin Smith, TZ Frank, Wayman Davis, Art Work, Jelani Everett, Rika Rabbit 12, Chad Quinn Jr., Stacy Harwood, Big Nick 32, Highly Anticipated, I'm 100, James Galbraith, Richard Penigano, Black Star Sports TV 2.0, Live Life Real, Renaissance Dad, Ricky Beavers, Trait Bates, Number 3, A Method in Madness, Arvado, Sleeping One Eye Open, DeHaven Alexander, Jimmy Ferguson, Mark Stearns, Kashif Dixon, Elliot Burgess, 807B1, Steven Jackson, Big Theodore, Terrence Jenkins, NMB, Memphis Beats 24. My brother, where you been at? Dion Smith, Ross Kranz, Robert Eason Jr., O.D. Lyon, Albert Doherty, Devin Williams, Pull Counter Boxing, Alex V, Chen Smoke, Bobo, Harry Jones Jr., Chris, Anwar Willis, Soldier Boy 911, Pendazita, Boxing Good, Rampage Jackson, Jafari Caesar, Nasir Jones, Devin Williams, Baker Sarney with Tom Sauce, Edgar Valencia, Xavier Moses, Marquise Pope, my brother, Marky Dan, 123 in the super chat, Mike Williams, Torres Stanley, that boy 8041. Who? Oh man, come on, man. This thing is trips me out, man. Marky Dan 123, my brother in the super chat. Salute. We need a super series at 160 since them boys don't want to fight each other, and those super series finals are always classics. I agree. Salute to my brother Marky Dan 123 in the super chat. Mike Williams, what's going on? Rocco 3, what's going on? Monty King, Boxing Good, Mont Brink, Gio James, Khalil 98, No Slack 504, The Guru, Jay Vinci, Jeremiah Claiborne, what's going on? Tiana Scott, Peace and Blessings, Queen, Kenneth Harvin, Alex Rhodes, what's going on? Big Texas, Clayton Smith, Shogun 76, Shane Williams, what's going on with y'all? Chris Brooks, what's going on, my peopleization? Smash the like button, man. We got 530 people. Let's get 530 likes. Luis Allen, Ahmad Jackson, Terrell Brooks, Antonio Coleman, Brooklyn Life, what's going on, great brother? Debo 4735X on twos, what's going on with you? Hoodie Smoke, Todd Fraternal, Boxing Opinions, Eric Diaz, Marcos Herrera, what's going on? My brother Brooklyn Life in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Yo, Blue, salute. Tio Sr. is a past living his dream life through his son. Tio Sr. beliefs are only his own. This is a fact. Kizzy Hayes, what's going on? Jay Steele, what's going on? Salute to my brother Brooklyn Life in the super chat. Stephen Truitt, what's going on? Boxing Opinion 100. Chris Porterfield, what's going on? The Zoomverse, Grind Hard Sports Nation, what's going on with y'all? Yeah, man, you know, it was very interesting to hear him say, well, you know, I'm Vincent Beach, Jaquavius Moore, what's going on? Signature Sounds, what's going on? My brother, Exclusive News Inside in the super chat, what's good, Blue Blood? Salute, OG. People smash the like button. Yeah, get the likes all the way up. JD, Andrew Reed, what's going on? Yeah, get the likes all the way up, man. We got 540 people. Let's get 540 likes. Smash the like button. Let's work. Let's not have to keep saying smash the like button. Wipe your feet before you come inside. Ring my doorbell before you walk in my house. Let's work. Let's get the likes all the way up. Smash the like button. December winner, Sean Gibson, Monty King. What's going on with you, great brothers? So there, so here we have it, right? And to back up this, get the likes up. We got almost 600 people. Let's get 600 likes. Chappelle Show 56, PGH Big Dog, what's going on? Hector Mesa, what's going on? So we got almost 600 people. Let's get 600 likes. Smash the like button. Wipe your feet as you come inside. Ring the doorbell when you walk in the house. Smash the like button. Morris Green, Wayman Davis, what's going on? So now let's look at it from this standpoint. Floyd Mayweather fought Oscar De La Hoya on that weekend. That was a choice of Oscar De La Hoya. Let's be clear. Junkyard 1, what's going on? Jordan Murray, Los Angeles Lakers, what's going on? Let's be very, very abundantly clear. Oscar De La Hoya chose the fight with Floyd Mayweather. He was the A side. Dapper Douglas, what's going on? He was the A side. Gravy David, what's going on? Oscar De La Hoya was the A side. He chose Single de Mayo. Okay? Boxing Opinions 100, what's going on? And in doing so, Floyd Mayweather started to rename it, right? Nev's Nation, Chris Rock, what's going on? And say, he started, he adopted it and said, I'm going to fight on these dates now after I beat Oscar De La Hoya. Victor Mack, what's going on? And that's what he did. He started to box on Cinco de Mayo weekend and on the second weekend in September. Okay, we know that Canelo Alvarez, he stated, after I beat Floyd Mayweather, I'm going to take the dates back. Well, we know that didn't happen. Tony Hogatz, what's going on with you? Donald Favors, Jose Diaz, what's going on? Okay, because Canelo Alvarez, he didn't win the fight. So he stated, True Blue 4-5, what's going on? After I beat Floyd Mayweather, I'm going to take back those dates. Well, he didn't beat Floyd Mayweather, okay? Go ahead and get this guy on out of here. Thank you, great brother. Appreciate you for coming. Much love to you. Marcus Joseph, what's going on? We will not tolerate that type of language here. We don't do it. So thank you, great brother, for coming. We appreciate you. Support the channel, support the grind. Smash the like button. Let's get the likes to 600. Okay. So with that said, Floyd Mayweather, he took over those dates and he's the biggest star in the sport of boxing. He's still the biggest star in the sport of boxing. If Renee Bosch Young, what's going on? Go subscribe to my brother Renee Bosch Young. Renee dropped the link. So if that's the case, Fifth War Mogul, what's going on? Chaz 313, salute to Detroit. So now, if that was the case, Wendell Auguste, Anthony Carlisle, what's going on? Jeremy 2684, Slick T, what's going on? Shallow 23, what's going on? If that was the case, okay, why didn't you keep your date? Because he said that we're still going to do bigger numbers than Floyd Mayweather anyway. Okay, if that is to be the case, why'd you switch your date? Because you're not fighting on the same day. So see, here you understand Hamilton Steele, what's going on? Brandon Tatum, Mr. Justin McGee, what's going on? You understand Floyd Mayweather's star power. Let me tell you why he understands Floyd Mayweather's star power. Because he switched the date, but he still is going to compete with Jamal Charlo. My brother Bish, be megastar. What's going on, great brother? If you have sons, daughters, nieces, nephews, little cousins, friends with little kids, friends with little cousins, have them subscribe to KK Pinson TV. My brother Bish, please drop the link, great brother, so the people can subscribe to their channel and support the little queens, man. Texas T 346, Curtis Bridges, what's going on? Laugh Fool, what's going on? Riffic of Wave Mechanics, what's going on, great brother? Who else we got in here? Albert Harper, got drama allergy. Jerome Bland, who we got? Elijah, great morning to you. Kanad Williams, my brother, what's going on? Rico Breland, what's going on? Bo, what's going on? Yeah, smash the like button. Now we got 700 people. Let's get 700 likes. Gustavo Mojica, what's going on? Blessings to Panama. Edgar Gutierrez, what's going on? Marcos SCLA, what's going on? Yes, Juneteenth definitely needs to be a fight day. Goldie Baldly, we're going to get into that as well. Check Hook, what's going on? Halo Jump, what's going on? Because I saw I knew what was going on with that. We're going to get into that as well. Ricky Wright, what's going on? Chef Dre Boog, Noel Espada, what's going on? Brother Adam, Halo Jump, what's going on? MSG Florida, what's going on? Pensacola in the building. Chef Dre Boog, Robert Singleton, Kenny, Carlos, Cam Margo, what's going on, great brother? So now let's understand this. Enrique Gujaro, what's going on? So now let's look at it from this standpoint. We got 700 people. Smash the like button. We got 700 people. Get the likes all the way up. Picture this: Freddie Denang, what's going on? Black Myth, what's going on? Dexter Richardson, Abdul Rahim, what's going on? Jamil Allen, what's going on? Smash the like button. 700 people. Let's get 700 likes. Get the likes to 700 right now, people. Let's not wait. Get it up there right now. KD, Kevin Faulkner, what's going on? Kenny, what's going on? Get the likes to 700 right now. Wipe your feet as you come inside. Ring my doorbell as you walk in my house. P. Mall, HBCU, Spotlight, what's going on? Ronnie Franco, what's going on? Yes, Gary Russell should be fighting on Juneteenth. Absolutely. I agree 1,000%. 1,000%. And we're going to get into that. But let's stick to this. If you thought that your son, and you feel like Teofimo Lopez, Daniel Reeves, what's going on? Abdul Anwar, what's going on? Young Trey, what's going on? You feel like your son can compete with Floyd Mayweather. Well, why'd you switch the date? The juice and squeeze, what's going on? Peace of blessings, Queen. Six Prince, what's going on? Stephen Young, what's going on? Autocomplete LLC, what's going on? If you thought that you can compete with Floyd Mayweather, then why you switch your date? Because see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Let's get into this. Here's the thing. You still moved your date. Now get this. You're not fighting on the same date as Floyd Mayweather. You fighting on the 5th. He's fighting on the 6th. He's fighting on the Sunday. So you have the upper hand in the situation because you're fighting before he does. So you should be able to draw in some of his crowd that's in Florida just for his fight, but they ain't fight yet. So let me explain this. DB100, what's going on? Let me explain this to you. Winston Lee, what's going on? Dot 5, what's going on? Let me explain this to you, right? They didn't even want to compete. What O'Neal Marston, what's going on? What does that Saturday represent? Charlie J was going. See, here's the thing y'all didn't even realize. He didn't even want to compete with Floyd Mayweather fight day, but what didn't he want to compete with? They didn't even want to compete. Bernard Baez Jr., what's going on? Kick Science Social, what's going on? With Floyd Mayweather weigh-in. Because his weigh-in is going to be on Saturday. John Ricks, what's going on? They didn't even want to compete. M-Dub, what's going on? Sterling Wall, what's going on? With his weigh-in on Saturday. Because you're not boxing on the same day as he is. So he's not going to be in the ring competing with you. It's just his weigh-in on Saturday. It's his weigh-in on Saturday. So you took your date. AJ Day, what's going on? So you took your date, move your date. Zebra Doobie, what's going on? Mamadou Mustafa Bey, Hamilton State, what's going on? You took your date, move your date, so you can be in the ring when Jamal Charlo's in the ring. You didn't mind competing with Jamal Charlo's date. You didn't say these same things about Jamal Charlo. How come you didn't have the same amount of respect for Jamal Charlo to say, I'm not going to fight on Jamal Charlo's date? Why aren't you saying I'm not going to fight on Jamal Charlo's day? The same way you saying, man, Floyd Mayweather, he's doing that to us on purpose. He shouldn't be doing that, man. You know, that he's doing that because he don't like us, so on and so forth. Well, then why did you allow them to move the fight to Jamal Charlo's date? Why did you allow them to move your fight to Jamal Charlo's date? So you competing with Jamal Charlo's date on June 19th. So you should have said, Slim Jim 314, what's going on? You should have said, Black Nation Building, what's going on? You should have said, Nate Woolbright, what's going on? You should have said, well, we can't go to that date because that's Jamal Charlo date. So the same could be said for you in return that you were saying for Floyd Mayweather. Because you allowed them to move your fight from June 5th to June 19th, which is Jamal Charlo's date. And you knew L Dub, what's going on, great brother? You knew, go subscribe to my brother L Dub Boxing. Drop the link, L Dub. So you knew, Pot 375, what's going on? You knew that was Jamal Charlo's date before you switched your date. The real DJ Adam B was good. It's just like Floyd Mayweather knew your date was your date when he moved his fight to your date. So how come you didn't have the same outlook when it came to Jamal Charlo fight? Why didn't you say, listen, we can't fight on that date because that's Jamal Charlo's fight date? Isn't that amazing? You see how that works? Smash the like button. We got almost 800 people. We should have almost 800 likes. Wipe your feet before you come inside. Ring my doorbell before you walk in my house. Smash the like button. Smash the like button. Get the likes all the way up. See, so here's my thing, right? When your son is in the spotlight, right? And when you say and do things, right? That's putting Teofimo Lopez in a position. A rated scholar, what's going on? It puts Teofimo Lopez in a position because your words, David Washington, what's going on? Smith West 45, what's going on? Sean T, what's going on? You understand? Calvin Ringo, what's going on? That's what it did. So now you didn't mind moving your fight on Jamal Charlo's date to compete with Jamal Charlo. So then why didn't you just stay on June 5th? If you can outsell Floyd Mayweather and you're going to do bigger numbers than Floyd Mayweather done anyway, then why did you allow them to move your date off of Floyd Mayweather's date? Well, actually, get this. You're fighting on the 5th. He's fighting on the 6th. You changed your fight to June 19th. That's the actual date that Jamal Charlo is fighting on, June 19th. At least when you was fighting on June 5th, Floyd Mayweather's doing the exhibition June 6th on a Sunday. He's doing his on a Sunday. You decided to go directly head-to-head with Jamal Charlo opposed to going on a Saturday before Floyd Mayweather goes. Why? How could you allow that? How could you allow that? Sean Pinkins, what's going on? How? And then say, Floyd Mayweather, man, this guy don't support Latino fighters. Well, Mario Barrios, Leo Santa Cruz. And wasn't one of Floyd Mayweather fighters in a huge fight just recently with cool boy Steph Fulton? That they had full belief that he would beat. Yeah, Brooklyn Life. I got you right now, Brooklyn Life. It's going to cost you $59.99 though, Brooklyn Life. You understand what I'm saying? $59.99. You know what I mean? It's going to cost you $59.99 to get wrenched up. No, I'm only kidding. Big Lake Show, my brother, what's going on? I'm only kidding with you, great brother. You remember that from I'm selling these for $49.95. Hey, so anyway, right? So yeah, so now let's look at it from this standpoint, right? And say to ourselves, you didn't mind going directly head to head with Jamal Charlo, but you would mind going head to head with Jamal Charlo? He wasn't even doing it. So Floyd Mayweather just had a huge fighter and participate in a huge championship fight against cool boy Stephen Fulton. Did he not? And they had full confidence that he was going to win that fight against Steve Fulton. Did he not? Did he not? Yeah, he did. Miss Smith Job 278, what's going on? Yeah, he did. $59.99. Yeah, he had. So where do we get off to say that? B Fox, New Jersey, what's going on? DeJuan Clark, what's going on? And Angelo Leo will be on Jamal Charlo's undercard. OG Eric St. Louis, Anthony Kyle, Yakov One White, what's going on? Yes, sir, Yakov One White. That's what it is. Cedric Trailer. Jim Papa, what's going on? Right? 11-11, what's going on? Right? So now let's think about this. You didn't have the confidence to compete with a guy that's 44, 45 years old having an exhibition bout with a YouTuber. I'm going to say it again. Floyd Mayweather has been retired and he's 44. What is he? 44, 45 years old? And he's competing with a YouTuber in an exhibition. John Gasku 3, what's going on? And you didn't want to compete with that. So you, John Anderson, what's going on? Henry King, what's going on? So you upset with him for having his date on a Sunday. Henry King, what's going on? Because if he truly wanted to compete with you, right? K10, B Pitts, what's going on? That's me, what's going on? If he truly wanted to compete with you, he would have put his date smack dead on Saturday. He didn't even realize Robert S550 Stang, what's going on? He kept saying, oh, my fight is going to be on Saturday. Then he kept saying, oh, I forgot it's going to be on Sunday. It's going to be on Sunday. So Adrian Vett, what's going on? He could have put his fight directly on Saturday in Florida if he really wanted to, but he didn't. So he put it on Sunday. There was a reason he put it on Sunday, because he didn't want to compete with you to that extent. See Queen 12, what's going on? Peace and blessings, Queen. So he didn't want to, that Wacky Brown, what's going on? He didn't want to Wacky Brown said Tio about to have J-Lo, J Bolvin, and Metallica performing his fight. Young boy winning. Wacky Brown, if he's winning, then why didn't he fight on June 5th? I'm not saying he's not, but why didn't he fight on June 5th? Wacky Brown. And if he gonna have them performing his, so you think that Floyd Mayweather can't have them performing his? DAF 316, Angel Morales, what's going on? Domingo 101, what you do? Change your account? Switch to Sweet Sorelli, what's going on? So we talking about Floyd Mayweather, Wacky Brown. So if Floyd Mayweather wanted to have them at his fight, do you not think that he could have them at his fight? My brother's keeper, what's going on? Huh? Who he's having first and foremost, let's think about this. Skinny Too Litty Reacts, what's going on? Bossy Grace, what's going on? Let's just think about this. Because now that you just said that, okay, if that's the case, if you're gonna go by so if that's the case, Wacky Brown, if that's the case, then he's not winning like Regis Prograis then. Because Regis Prograis just had all types of entertainers performing his fight as well. So why are you saying that he's going to have these entertainers performing his fight? No, it's not him that they're performing at his fight, brother. Stop it. They're performing on Triller app, just like they performed the last Triller app at Jake Paul's. So Jake Paul is winning. FS, Phoenix, Arizona. So Jake Paul is winning. DT Taylor, what's going on? Big Dose 513, what's going on? Saray, what's going on? So you just said Anthony Lockhart, what's going on? You just said the brother's winning because he's going to have them perform. This ain't the Super Bowl. They ain't going to perform at his halftime show. This is what Triller does, bro. This is what they do. What do you mean? So you're saying that they just coming to perform because he's there? Dominique Horton, what's going on? So then he ain't winning. Del Ford, what's going on? If he can't compete with YouTubers and a 45-year-old man in an exhibition, then he ain't winning, like you said. And we just saw. Hold on. Wasn't who performed at Regis Prograis Jake Paul fight. Who was the performance? Because there was all types of entertainers performing there. Star-studded. Who was performing there? You know when you impress me? Victor Griffith, what's going on? Mo City, Texas 1, what's going on? Let me tell you, Yo Vu, what's going on? Let me explain something to you, Wacky Brown. You know when you impress me? When J-Lo walk you to the ring. Because Floyd Mayweather had J-Lo walk him to the ring. Kawhi Leonard, what's going on? Because see, Justin Bieber walked Floyd Mayweather to the ring. Come on, come on. Now you're trying to attach what they normally do, what Triller does as a concert format, entertainment. Artist Timberlake Brown, what's going on? Ice Cube, come on. They're doing a better job than Bob Arum? Really? Blue Speaking Facts, what's going on? Dirty Rhymes, appreciate you. Big Dose 513, what's going on? Box Conversation, my brother Reggie Owens in the building. Go subscribe to my brother Box Conversation, Reggie Owens. My brother Keon, Everything Boxing and Sports in the building. Go subscribe to my brother Keon, Everything Boxing and Sports. Anthony Kyle, what's going on? AKA what you heard. Chantel Hill, what's going on? It's Floyd Mayweather, bro. It's for casuals. So brother, help me understand. Why do we feel the need, Wacky Brown, my great brother, why do we always feel the need to go against the grain? Because you're saying exactly what I said. Real talk, what's going on? So then he can't compete with Floyd Mayweather. So he felt he liked his chances. He liked their chances to compete with Jamal Charlo. And Wacky Brown, my brother, you should be saying he shouldn't be wanting to compete with Jamal Charlo on Juneteenth, great brother. Because let me explain something to you. Imagine if when we had Chris Arreola, Andy Ruiz fight on Cinco de Mayo weekend, when they had the whole entire Cinco de Mayo weekend card, right? Eli Israel, what's going on? Imagine Floyd Mayweather would have put his exhibition bout on that date. How that would have went over. Nico McClain, what's going on? Ken Broadwater, what's going on? Dominic Horton, what's going on? Imagine how that would have went over. Maul Fowler, what's going on? D. Sham, what's going on? J. Dixon, what's going on? Risen, what's going on? Autocomplete LLC, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on my boy Blue in the super chat. The problem with father trainers is that they have the closest relationship one can have with a fighter, causing them to become offended to the point of making outlandish statements like this. This is a fact. Jay Goods 1226, facts. Floyd not an active boxer though. It doesn't matter. Don't matter. Number 3, what's going on? It don't matter. Don't matter. I just asked you a simple question. Imagine if Floyd Mayweather would have took his fight and placed it on Cinco de Mayo weekend with Chris Arreola, or he would have took his fight and placed it on last weekend when Canelo Alvarez was fighting. Talib Cunningham, what's going on? How would that have went over? Dirty work, what's going on? We always feel the need to come to everybody's defense. For what? He said he had no choice. The networks control the date. We're just going to skip that part. No, we ain't skipping that part. No, the networks don't control the dates, right? Because if he said he's not fighting on that date, then he ain't fighting on that date, period. You're not giving them enough credit. No, they okay it because they just looking to get the check. School of Skills, my brother, what's going on? Period. You just glossing over that part. He's the fighter. If he don't get in the ring, what's going to happen? What fight they going to have? Fly High 8-9. What's going on? The network didn't want to compete with Floyd Mayweather because they can't, right? You saying everything, but the obvious. They can't. Just say it. A-List of Red, what's going on? Brothers UK, DP Rocker, what's going on? You're saying everything but the obvious. Jose Manuel Garcia Jr., what's going on? They can't compete with him. They can't. Just say it. They can't compete, so they moved the date. Because if that's the case, they wouldn't have put it on June 19th to compete with Jamal Charlo. Kenneth Harlan, what's going on? Plain and simple. You walking me around the block. Hey man, well the networks and this and no, let's not do that. They can't compete with them, so they moved the date. Period. How is Floyd Mayweather? Bro, come on, man. Come on, man. Listen, let me ask you a question, Waukee Brown. How many divisions is Teofimo Lopez, world champion? How many world champions and how many divisions did he win? World champions. How many pay-per-view records does Teofimo Lopez hold? Jay Walk, what's going on? Jack Gilliman, what's going on? How many pay-per-view records does Teofimo Lopez hold? Sean Miller, what's going on? How much was the biggest payday in Teofimo Lopez's career? See, this is where people are going to start to say, oh, see, Blue don't like Teofimo Lopez. No, I'm talking directly to Waukee Brown. Let's just speak the obvious. Stop. We got to stop with these what you hear from people and don't even know what's going on. Stephen Houston said 3.5. He did not receive 3.5 in his biggest payday. That's what's coming up. He didn't receive that yet. He didn't receive that yet. Something like that. He didn't receive that yet. Let's deal with facts over feelings. He didn't receive that yet. So his biggest payday to date is $1.7 million. For Reed Hart, what's going on? $1.7 million against Vasil Lomachenko. Boss Red 357, what's going on? The Real Rick Rob, what's going on? Right? That's his biggest payday. Montreal, Virginia Beach, what's going on? What's his biggest pay-per-view? Oh, that's right. He don't have a pay-per-view fight. He hasn't had a pay-per-view fight yet. Zone Deuce, what's going on? Where's brother Waukee Brown? I hope y'all didn't time out. How can he be time out? Don't he have a wrench? Raphael Gracie, what's going on? B, what's going on? Doesn't he have a wrench? Mo City, what's going on? DJ Rick or Mix Martinez, what's going on? Blue, what would happen if Teofimo makes more pay-per-views than Tank? Man, he just did more pay-per-views than Tank. But in order for him to do more pay-per-views than Tank, he actually has to fight on pay-per-view. Gilbert Rodriguez Jr., what's going on? Sadi Shakur, what's going on? He has to actually fight on pay-per-view. A legit pay-per-view. So we're going to see, right? Mr. Cool Guy, what's going on? Kelvin Fulton, my brother in the super chat. What up, Blue? Looks like Team Lopez may see the first Triller fight isn't going to sell well, so they created a Floyd match. Sabotage excuse. That's not going to work. Fat Cat Shadowboxer, my brother, what's going on? That's not going to work. That's not going to work. David Pointe, what's going on? See, the thing is, here's the thing, right? Q Mint, what's going on? See, the thing is, this is my thing, right? And smash the like button, man. We got 850 people, and we still don't have 800 likes. Wipe your feet before you come inside. Ring my doorbell before you walk in the house. Smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. But wipe your feet before you come inside and ring my doorbell before you walk in the house. Smash the like button. Let's get the likes to 1K. Okay? So here's the thing. PLG Ski, what's going on? Mal Follow, what's going on? How can Floyd Mayweather feel Sergeant Floyd, what's going on? Patrick, what's going on? About Teofimo Lopez, the Real Rick Rob, my brother, what's going on? When he has his we could just remove himself. Fat Daddy the Trucker, what's going on? He can just remove himself out of the equation, and he has a bigger star in Tank Davis than Teofimo Lopez. So why will we say, oh, well, it's because Dre Mitchell, what's going on? Teofimo Lopez doing big things and he's not. Huh? How could that be possible? How could you utter that? How could you repeat such a thing? He's never fought on pay-per-view. His biggest payday is $1.7 million. And I love Teofimo Lopez. I picked him to beat Lomachenko. I don't think George Kambosos Jr. have a chance. I think it's a 50-50 fight with him and Tank Davis. I think it's a 50-50 fight with him and Devin Haney. I think it's a 50-50 fight with him and everybody. I just favor Devin Haney to win the fight. So before people say, oh man, Blue don't like, no, I love Teofimo Lopez. I picked him. I was one of the only people that picked him to beat Lomachenko. Facts over feelings. Go check go check the archives. Dominic Horton, what's going on? I was one of the only people that picked him against Lomachenko. Facts over feelings. Dre Mitchell, what's going on? But I'm gonna always keep it 100. Ali Avzar, what's going on? One and only people. Get the likes to 1K. Salute to my brother Groundhog Sports Nation and Super Chat. This wouldn't have happened if he didn't duck Haney. Even Bob tried to put the fight out there with Bud and Pacquiao on June 5th. Remember? Oh yeah. Well, Bob Arum was going to compete with that date. Jay Lee, what's going on? Baby Quan what's going on? Bob Arum was going to compete with that date because he wasn't happy the way the negotiations went with Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos Jr. So the fact that he was going to try to compete with that date didn't surprise me at all. Big Dose 513, my brother in Super Chat. He says, salute, my brother Blue. I got much love for you, bro. Much love to you, great brother. I appreciate you 1,000%, great brother. You've been here forever. That's love. He need to fight Devin Haney School of Skills after Kambosos. Prada Pierre, my brother in Super Chat. Floyd even in retirement moves the market. This is a fact. Devon Amari, what's going on? This is a fact, Prada Pierre. And this is what Prada Pierre, instead of people just saying, man, Floyd's still coming in, man. He's moving with his weight, man, and still moving things around, man. It's not fair to young guys. I can understand that. But to act like, oh man, Floyd don't like Teofimo. Huh? Why? Because he's not fighting Tank Davis? Regan Slade, what's going on? Because last time I checked, Tank Davis is a bigger star than Teofimo Lopez. Not that Tank Davis would beat him, guaranteed, but Tank Davis is the biggest star than Teofimo Lopez, and that's Floyd Mayweather's fighter. So why would you say, well, man, that's because he don't like Teofimo? Hey, man, Teofimo Lopez maybe Floyd Mayweather is saying to himself, okay, you ain't want to fight Tank. But from my understanding, it was Floyd Mayweather that turned down the Teofimo Lopez opportunity on Floyd's part. So then what he can't be saying, well, we tried to make the fight, you ain't want to fight Tank. King Singer, what's going on? So what would he have against Teofimo Lopez? Come on, people. Mad Capper, what's going on? Come on, come on. Let's deal with facts over feelings. This dude is a billionaire. Teofimo Lopez is yet to do a pay-per-view. Floyd Mayweather is a 5-division world champion. Teofimo Lopez has just had 16 fights and 1 unified belt in 1 big fight. Floyd Mayweather's fought more world champions than anybody in history of the sport of boxing. Al Rose said, right now, Teo is bigger. Teofimo Lopez is not bigger than Gervonta Tank Davis. Stop it, bro. Gervonta Tank Davis did the third biggest gate in the sport of boxing last year. Davis racing Pigeons RNPC. What's going on? Gervonta Tank Davis sells out any arena he goes to. Please stop. Robert Lucien, what's going on? He said he's not bigger than Teo. Who's not bigger than Teo? Motor 1100, what's going on? Are you kidding me? Marvin Brown, what's going on? Marvin Brown said Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury on August 14th. Yeah. And they told you was going to get an announcement this week, right? They told you was going to get an announcement Saturday. Then they told you was going to get an announcement this week. Now they said they're going to get an announcement next week. Right. Keep on believing it. And you love unicorns, huh? It's your favorite animal, isn't it? So To say he's bigger than Gervonta Tank Davis, Jesse R, Dre Finest, what's going on? Gervonta Tank Davis sells out arenas, bro. On the ground, Sound 2, my brother, what's going on? Sells out arenas. Please stop that he's bigger than Gervonta Tank Davis. No, he's not. He had one fight, big fight in his career, and now everybody's saying, oh man, he's a mega star. He had one fight in his career, one big fight. And I give him nothing but credit because I picked him to win the fight. N40011. Why are we talking Mayweather? He ain't. Yes, he was. See? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? He is. That's why we're talking about it right now. I'm going to say this again. You should proofread your thoughts before you put them out into reality. Proofread your thoughts before you put them out into reality. And Loma was the A side in that fight. Absolutely. Mr. Cool Guy, what's going on? You should really, truly proofread your thoughts before you put them out into reality. Vibe Bill, Texas, my brother, what's going on? Why are we talking about Floyd? He's not. Well, where did you think I got it from? Harvey Hot Dog, what's going on, great brother? Power to people, my brother, what's going on? I don't go off for social media following because Ryan Garcia got the biggest social media following, and that don't he's not the biggest draw in boxing. K Molly at 0504, what's going on? He's not the biggest draw. Big Snack Pack, my brother, what's going on? I mean, come on, let's deal with facts over feelings. Can we do that? Billy Wright, what's going on? Can't make this stuff up. Where'd my brother Wacky Brown go, man? Did y'all time him out? Mango Juice 007, what's going on? Jonathan Thompson, what's going on? Capone 10K, what's going on? Danielle Trotman, what's going on? Where's my brother Wacky Brown? Peace be free, what's going on? Dog on Tribe, what's going on? 704 Joe, where you been at, bro? Jonathan Thompson, what's going on? Where's my brother Wacky Brown? TR, what's going on? I hope nobody timed him out, man. Jerome Cade says Spence is ducking Crawford. Come on, brother. And you have a beautiful royal blue unicorn in your backyard, don't you? Zone Deuce, what's going on? Big Dog Willie, my brother in the super chat. 2010 Pacquiao beats every welterweight right now. Man, not even 2010 Pacquiao. Just Pacquiao right now could possibly still beat every welterweight. Where's Wacky Brown? Yo, Voo, then you need to check your backyard, bro. Hubble Telescope, my brother, what's going on? So Dave Shakur, my brother, what's going on? Thomas Allen, what's going on? Get the likes to 1K. We should be above 1K. We should be teetering on 1.1K. How come we're not even at 900? And we got 930 people here. Davis Racing, what's going on? Frozen Numb, what's going on? James Diamond, what's going on? And then we're going to get into this Jamal Charlo. Because here's the thing. We have to start holding these boxers accountable. We have to. We have to. We have to. Jerome K, what's going on? We have to, man. It's time. It's time, man. We can't keep continuing. Like it's just time. Yeah, Big Dog Willie. Man, you Pacquiao right now still have a chance to beat everybody. Julian Burwell, my brother in the super chat. Who is your top 5 most duck fighters ever? Guillermo Rigondeaux, Sammy Curriton, what's going on? Guillermo Rigondeaux, Floyd Mayweather, Floyd Mayweather, Guillermo Rigondeaux. Um, uh, we're not even going to talk about BMR because we already know that. Devin Haney right now. I'm just going to give you updated fighters. Devin Haney, Gary Russell, and Deontay Wilder. Bobo, did I read something about Mikey and Danny? No, Mikey's in negotiation with Manny Pacquiao. Sampa Fee Till, what's going on, Brett? Listen to this guy. Blue, you have with a bunch of key holders. Good. So why come here? I don't understand, bro. How many boxing channels or just how many channels overall you think is on YouTube? How many? Like I don't understand. Like J.K. Slay, what's going on? Just Joe King, what's going on? I don't watch uh 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 um I don't watch any channel I don't fancy. Why would I come watch a channel? Like, why do we do this? Boxing Dad, what's going on? I don't know what goes on out there unless y'all send me stuff. Hey man, this guy said this, or this guy said that, or this guy. I don't know. I had a tiger. What's going on? I'm over here doing this. So if I don't fancy this or fancy that, I'm not going to tune in. Francis J. McKinnis Jr., what's going on? I don't tune in. NBA Hustle, what's going on? Hey McKinney, what's going on? Hey McKinney, where you been at? My brother, Ryan Nobley, Barfield, dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Much love to you, great brother. Coming through, studding up, holding me down. James, what's going on? Like, I don't understand. Jafari Caesar, my brother in super chat. Haney, Floyd, Rigo, Russell, and Boots. I can't say Boots yet because it's still very, very young in his career. But I will say Haney, Floyd Mayweather, Rigondeaux, or Gary Russell, and Deontay Wilder. Charles Martin, Joseph Parker, Anthony Joshua. Not one of them fought him. Prada PA, my brother, back in the super chat. I agree, OG. Boxers want the huge paydays, but fighting nobody. You forgot how Duck Paul Williams was for a while. Yeah, this is a fact. Ryan Cloud, what's going on? Stiff Jabs, what's going on? Terry Smoot Jr., my brother, what's going on? You understand? See, people don't realize. They look at Floyd Money Mayweather and they be like, well, he fought this, he fought. You know how difficult was it? Oscar, Bronx, New York City in the building. You know how difficult was it? He couldn't get Oscar in his prime. So this is the thing. Oh, he fought Oscar when he was old. He fought Shane Mosley when he was old. He fought this person, that person, and they was old. And this person was old, and that person was old. Well, guess what? Guess what? Money Mayweather 50 no TBE. What's going on? Guess what? When he tried to fight Oscar when he was young, Oscar said, "Oh, too high of a risk with low reward." Shane Mosley said he had a toothache. Costa Zuber said, "No, I'm gonna fight Ricky Hatton." That didn't work out because then he ended up losing to Ricky Hatton instead of fighting Floyd Mayweather. Then Floyd Mayweather ended up fighting Ricky Hatton and beating Ricky Hatton. But Costa Zuber went the other way. Okay, Joe Casamayor didn't want to fight him. Prince Nassim Hamed. He chose. He did everything he could not to fight Floyd Mayweather. Even and you know Larry Merchant and Floyd Mayweather, they were oil and water. KF Harris was going. They were oil and water. But guess what? Larry Merchant was like, when Floyd Mayweather said, "I want to fight Prince Nassim Hamed," Larry Merchant said, "Now Floyd, why you even bring his name up? You know he ain't gonna fight you." This is Larry Merchant. You know Larry Merchant and Floyd Mayweather was oil and water. David Ponte, what's going on? Filthy Mike the Tree Hug, what's going on? John Lindsay, what's going on? Right? You know Jamal Jones, what's going on? Larry Merchant and Floyd Mayweather, oil and water. Oil and water. Right? But when he said, "I want to fight Asalan and Freitas. I want to fight Prince Nassim Hamed. Line him up. Let's get him in the ring." The first thing Larry Merchant said was, "Now you know Prince Nassim Hamed is not going to fight you. So let's talk about somebody else." Wow. Wow. Even Larry Merchant knew. Ryan Nobley, Barfield, my brother, back in the super chat, dropping another dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Yo, Blue, would you compare Tank Davis to Pac-Man? Meaning, do you think Tank can be a 6th division world champion? Nah, nah. Mm-mm. He don't love the sport of boxing enough. Manny Pacquiao was in love with the sport of boxing. Manny Pacquiao background motivated him. Uh, not that Tank's background don't. Manny Pacquiao, he was motivated by that. Manny Pacquiao was dedicated to the sport so that he could help people and help himself and be able to take care of his family. Not for the glitz and the glam. It was two different motivations. Is Tank Davis going to be motivated to do so? I don't believe so. Because if he was, with all the talent in and around 130 and 135, he would have been able to comfortably make that weight so he could have those legacy defining fights and then start moving up through the weight classes. Got to dedicate yourself to the sport. You don't have the same dedication and outlook for the sport of boxing. Michael McGee, my brother in the super chat. Andre Ward. No, Andre Ward, he got the fights because he fought the Super 16, Super 6 tournament. Marcus Priest, what's going on? Right? Jawan Mabry, George Proctor, Aaron Howard. What's going on? Yeah, I'm not saying Tank don't have the talent because he has the talent to. Shin David, what's going on? He has the talent to do it, but Adolph Tucker, what's going on? I don't think that he has the love for the sport of boxing. Smash the like button, man. Get the likes to 1.1K. I don't think he have the love for the sport of boxing. So, Billy Moss, what's going on? So people don't understand how Floyd Mayweather struggled to get fights. Couldn't get these fights. Keon Cobb, what's going on? And now all of a sudden, somebody else's perception is reality. So Brandon Woods, what's going on? Chris Rob Media TV, Rylan Gibson, what's going on? So now Bobby Collins, what's going on? Do you think Canelo can be a 7 division world champion? Not possible. It's not possible. He don't have enough room. He's already a 175-pound champion. He's 154, 160, 68, and 75. Only thing left for him to do would be go to cruiserweight, and now they have that new division. What's the new division? What's that new division they got? Well, that new division, he could, yeah, he can. Now that I think about it, he can bridgerweight. He could fight at cruiserweight and bridgerweight and be a 7 division world champion. So he can. Yeah, he can because he's a 4 division champion now, right? So fighting at cruise bridgerweight and cruiserweight. Well, he's a 4 division champion. So he fought at bridgerweight and cruiserweight. That would make him a 6 division champion, and then he would have to fight at heavyweight. So no, I mean he can if he go to bridgerweight route, cruiserweight route, and win a heavyweight title. I don't see that being possible. He can attempt it. Can he do it? I don't know. William Sherrod, Shalom King. Can he do it? No, I don't think he can. Can he attempt to do it? Yeah, he could attempt to do it. Oh, he could be a bridgerweight champion, cruiserweight champion, and then he have to be a heavyweight champion because he's already a 4 division champion. So if he won at cruiserweight, cruiserweight is before bridgerweight, right? So if he win the cruiserweight, that would make him a 5 division champion, and then he win a bridgerweight championship, and then a heavyweight championship, that would make him a 7 division champion. Mark Poole, what's going on, great brother? So he can, but I don't see it happening. Get the likes to 1.1. Eric Williams, what's going on? Juan Badencourt, what's going on? Andre, why you keep saying Andre? Andre what? What about him? Eric Williams, what's going on? Abdul Rahim, what's going on? Cameron Neal, what's going on? You keep saying Andre. Andre what? What about Andre? What do you want to know about him? You keep saying Demetrius Andrade. Edgar, brother, you keep saying Andrade. I'm asking you, what about Demetrius Andrade? Joshua Wisdom, what's going on? Could Triple G beat Andrade? No, I don't think so. Can he? Yes. Will he? No. KT Paisley, what's going on? Boots is going to be a major. Oh yeah, for sure. He's already that. Demetrius Andrade is the most avoided. No, he's not. Luis Cordova, what's going on? What's happening? No, he's not. Lester Duvall, what's going on? Daniel Beltran. No, Demetrius Andrade put himself in position to be avoided. Nobody told him to do that. Now, I will say Canelo Alvarez avoided him, but to say everybody avoid, no. Jamel Charlo signed to fight him. Mr. Wood 25, what's going on? Boston Trav, what's going on? Olivia Balboa, what's going on? Jamel Charlo signed to fight him, and the week of fight week, he pulled out. Big George 850, what's going on? Clientele L, what's going on? So how could everybody be avoiding him? No. Anthony Valley Plando, what's going on? Now I will say Canelo did, because Canelo told the world he wanted to be the first undisputed Mexican middleweight world champion in the history of sport of boxing. And when the opportunity arose, he didn't take it. De La Hoya versus Prime Canelo, De La Hoya wins. Julian Burwell, my brother back in the super chat. How high do you think Haney's ceiling is? 154. I think he'll go to 154. Yeah, David Morin. De La Hoya versus Prime Canelo. De La Hoya wins. De La Hoya is very versatile. He had power on both hands. He could move when he so choose. He had great boxing ability, and he's bigger than Canelo. Dre Finest, my brother in the super chat. Only if he keeps fighting UK fighters, he uses. Yeah, that's yeah. You know, that's a strong possibility. All right. I mean, he got level of opponent. But today's time, they make so many belts that he could fight for a vacant cruiserweight belt. There's no belts in the cruiserweight. So there's 12 belts that you can win in cruiserweight right now. Every sanction body has 3 belts per weight class. So he gets 12 belts at cruiserweight that's available right now. There's 12 belts you can win in cruiserweight at Bridgerweight right now. James, my brother in super chat. I like Canelo. I feel he's pound for pound, but the disrespect he showed Andre, what Buzz said. Well, listen, what he did with Andre, right? I didn't take it like that. He's a boxer. His adrenaline's pumping. Just got out the ring. Demetrius Andrade is a boxer, so he said what he said. You know what I mean? He said what he said. That's it. I ain't taking no certain kind of way, and neither should he. He a boxer. This is what you do. Do I think Andre would beat Canelo right now? No. Right now, no. Not that Andre I just saw. Not that Andre I just saw. WBC is the only one doing the Bridgerweight belt. The other sanctioned by they're gonna follow. Are you kidding me? There's money there. Are you kidding? You think they're gonna allow that? They're gonna only let the WBC make that money in that division? Yeah, okay. Watch when the division start filling up with talent. Yeah, you'll see it. Every sanction body. You think a sanction body's not going to follow suit with the WBC in that Bridgerweight division? Come on, great brother. Now, L Dub, you know boxing all too well and know better than that. Bishop, my brother in the super chat, he said, "You know what? I've been thinking, Blue. I need Boo Boo versus David. I don't hear people talking about that. They the most duck. Plus, he willing to move up. I would love to see it. Make it happen. I think Vern Davenport, what's going on? L Dub said, I doubt it. Come on, bro. With the money that's going to be there, once you start getting it, let me ask you a question. If Deontay Wilder decides to go and be a 2-division champion and go to Bridgerweight, you don't think those other sanction bodies going to follow suit? Let's be real. Yeah, I think that Demetrius Andrade, I think he may He may take that fight with or David Benavidez. He should. He should. If I'm Demetrius Andrade, why not? Now I don't know if he can win that fight, man. If he showed, listen, if the last fight with Andrade was anything, he he denounced it because he's trying to get his belts back and become undisputed at heavyweight. But he's a natural bridgerweight. So if Deontay Wilder smash the like button, get the likes to 1.1K. So if Deontay Wilder is able to get the Tyson Fury fight, beat Tyson Fury and beat Anthony Joshua, he would definitely go down to bridgerweight and look to become a division world champion because he's not a big guy. Well, he's a big guy. What's the bridgerweight limit? 220. That's his weight. What's the weight limit for bridgerweight, L-Dub? But Demetrius Andrade, I think he'll take the fight, and I think he should. 223. That's Deontay Wilder's weight. So he's not even moving. He doesn't have to do anything. So imagine he beats Tyson Fury, then he beats Anthony Joshua for undisputed. He'll probably have to fight Joshua twice. He beats that's 3 fights, right? And he could fight at bridgerweight and become a 2-division champion. The only fighter to go the opposite direction. I don't know. I gotta ask Kurt that. But him going in the opposite direction. He can make 220, 225, and he's not losing any weight. He's 220. He's 220 right now, probably. So he ain't even got to make weight. He fights and beats them. It's not like he's making weight. He don't have to do nothing different than he's doing right now. He don't have to do absolutely nothing different. Absolutely nothing different. So go figure. Terrell Sanderford, my brother in the super chat. Who you think the best from 30 to 40? Oh, the weight classes. Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez, Chris Colbert, O'Shaquie Foster, and then Ryan Garcia. Right. So that's what I'm saying. He beats Tyson Fury. He beats Anthony Joshua twice, becomes undisputed. Well, he don't have to fight Dillian White. He don't have to fight. And then these guys can make bridgerweight. Dillian White, how much Dillian White weighed for his last fight? 230? Maybe more than that. All of a sudden, the Usyk can make 220. Nick J, peace of bless, Queen. How you doing today? She said no Tank. No Tank what? Oh, snap. You know what, Nick J? I forgot about Tank. Because I'm thinking about him going up to 140. Because I'm thinking about him going up to 140. That's why. Oh, White was 247? Oh, yeah, no, he can't do it. Yeah, you know what? I forgot Tank because he's moving up. Terrell Sanderford because he moved up. That's why I didn't think about it. But yeah, Tank, obviously. Yeah, so I would say Devin Haney at 1, Shakur Stevenson at 2, Tank at 3, Teofimo Lopez at 4, Chris Colbert at 5, O'Shaquie Foster at 6, Oscar Valdez at 7. Because I think O'Shaquie Foster could beat Oscar Valdez. Oscar Valdez is 7, and then Ryan Garcia. I think Ryan Garcia needs a lot of work. I don't think Ryan Garcia could beat O'Shaquie Foster, Tank Davis, Shakur Stevenson, Chris Colbert, Teofimo. I don't think he could beat none of them. And this is no slight to him. He can't beat Chris Colbert, Shakur Stevenson. Lomachenko. Man, y'all caught me off guard, man. Lomachenko, yeah. I would like to see right now, Oshaki Foster and Lomachenko fight. I want to see Oshaki Foster and Lomachenko fight. Cool Boy Steph don't fight him. He fights at what, 126 or something like that? 122, 126. Luis Cordova said Teofimo sleeps all of them, just my opinion. Oh, he have the skills to do it. I wouldn't say he can't. He can. He definitely can. Ramirez and Taylor, man, those dudes is welterweights, man. They welterweights. Then both of them dudes is 5'10" with 72-inch arm reach. They need not to be at 140. I like Miguel Buchel, but he can't beat none of them. James, my brother in Super Chat, I picked Shakur. He was giving Haney the business in sparring. I think Devin Haney got better since then. Shakur Stevenson is older than him, so I would have to see it in the ring. I would never bet against Devin Haney, though. I wouldn't bet against Shakur Stevenson either, but I would pick Devin to edge it out. I don't want to be surprised either which way it goes. Jermaine B, my brother in Super Chat, Rolly is going to stop Ryan, boo. I don't think so. I think Ryan Garcia is going to stop Rolly Romero. Not high on his skill set at all. I think Ryan Garcia is going to knock out Rolly Romero. I like Rolly Romero, but no. Too wide, too predictable. Ryan Garcia's fast hands. The problem with Ryan Garcia and the rest of them is that they have fast feet and they can put it all together. He doesn't. Rolly Romero cannot compete with Ryan Garcia. He's going to get knocked out. He's going to try to pressure him. He's going to try to, Sergeant Slaughter, what's going on? He's going to try to pressure him. He's going to try to, because he thinks oh man, this guy, he's going to get knocked out. Nuke Juice, my brother in Super Chat, Shakur better than all these dudes. # Brick City. I won't be surprised if it played out that way. But Devin Haney is that guy, man. So Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, I don't, And Oshaki Foster, man, Chris Colbert, man, they don't get enough credit, man. And that's because the namesake of Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, their names are bigger. They don't get the respect. And Angel Morales, what's going on? Do I think Tank going to beat Barrios? Yeah, but I think it's going to be a tougher fight than everybody anticipate. But the namesake of Devin Haney and these guys is much bigger. And the fact that Oshaki Foster suffered a couple of losses, I think that's working against him. And I don't understand how Chris Colbert don't get. I don't understand. Chris Colbert, man, this dude is from New York, man. The dude is knocking people out. He could box. He has the personality. I don't understand how come Chris Colbert don't get it, but it just is what it is. He's gonna have to keep making the name for himself. It's amazing because he's dominating people. Smash the like button, man. We should have 1.1K. Get the likes to 1.1K. Smash the like button, people. So yeah, so let's get into this, right? So now Jamal Charlo, right? Jamal Charlo needs to speak up, and this is why I'm going to say this. Okay, Jamal Charlo is from Houston, Texas. You're from Houston, Texas. Juneteenth, Texas has a strong pride. They pride They pride each other on they stand together and their culture is big in Texas. You understand? Wally Rose, what's going on? And here's the thing, Phil J 508, what's going on? Jamal Charlo now, he needs to look at the card. Now you have a Juneteenth card in your backyard in Houston, in Texas, and the card is filled with nothing but Latino fighters on Juneteenth. Bro, you are the biggest draw, Jamal. You are the draw. You need to say, listen, hold on. Y'all just had a Cinco de Mayo card with Chris Arreola, and all the fighters on the card were Latino fighters to represent what they have going on, right? You understand? You should be saying, Jamal, you just like you, we'll take the social media and we'll say this about this person and that person and so on and so forth. Bro, right now, you should be saying, bro, we need to get some more people on my card, even if they from Texas. I don't understand. How can it only be two? How can it only be two fighters on the card that are black boxers on the card, and one of them is yourself, and the other one is not even televised? One is not even televised, the other one is yourself. Bruh, what are we doing? Blackface Sports TV, Dub TJ, my brother in Super Chat. Salute, big bro. Dev beats all of these dudes. Too good, too skilled. Reminds me of young Floyd, minus the power. Yeah, for sure. He'll grow into his power. Jermaine B, my brother in Super Chat, went on for 2 years after June 19th because the message didn't get to Houston, the last city. Right. So we need to. It's time for Jamal to. You supposed to. This is your card, great brother. This is your card, great brother. Klotz, what's going on? It's time. You should be saying, listen, we got to pack my card in my city with my people. Everybody like to say they're a boss. Everybody like to say they don't got no promoter. Everybody love to tell the world how they a boss. Kobe Supreme, what's going on? Everybody say they're a boss. Everybody love to say they're a boss. So show us a boss move and say, listen, my card need to be filled with my people, bro. The card need to be filled up. How you gonna have how you allowed? You just seen 2 weeks ago they had a card filled with Chris Arreola, Andy Ruiz Jr. They made it pay-per-view. He said he's just a boxer. Stop. What are you talking about? Canelo Alvarez is just a boxer. You think that they could do that? Let me ask you a question since you said he's just a boxer. Canelo Alvarez is just a boxer. Do you think that they will put on a Cinco de Mayo card? And Canelo Alvarez and only one other Latino fighter are on the card, and the other Latino fighter is not even a televised card, and all the rest of the fighters on the card are black fighters? Do you think that Canelo Alvarez will let that happen? He's just a boxer. Do you? Now answer the question. Do you? Since you say he's just a boxer. Now answer that question. Boss Red 357, my brother in Super Chat. Blue, I was just saying the same thing, bro. They just did this big Cinco de Mayo thing for Arreola, Andy, or Latin card, which was cool, but why is not us? It's facts. Facts. And now we need Jamal to say, bro, we need you to have the voice. JG, what's going on? We need you to have the voice and say, bro, we need to have, bro, what are we doing? And they're not even televised. Not even televised? You the only one that's televised? So you mean to tell me they can't find no fighters? Gary Russell Jr. They can't find no fighters to put on this card. Big Truck Track Sports, my brother in the Super Chat. Big Truck Track Star, my brother in the Super Chat. Oh yeah, black man, you talking that real ish. For sure. Oh yeah, this wasn't gonna go over. I was just waiting to see make it when they make it official. Travis Spewer, what's going on? No, bro. You can't come on social media and Pardon me, my peoples. I don't know what just happened. Pardon me, my peoples. Osmo Hip Hop Live, my brother in Super Chat dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. Blue Bud, I'm always on the road, but I love your energy. I appreciate you, great brother. Be safe out there. Be safe out there. Yeah, so here's the thing, right? You can't keep going on your social media, right? And tell the world and tell your people that you a boss. You can't do that. You don't mind telling us that you a boss. You don't mind showing us that you got mansions, basketball courts in your house. Cool. We need you to this is your time to show us that you a boss. Now we need you to show us that you a boss, bro. This is your moment. Because Canelo Alvarez would do it. He would. Canelo Alvarez would do it right now. Ain't no way that would take place with Canelo Alvarez. So this is when y'all want to say why Canelo Alvarez get the love he get. This is why. Real Dino Wells, what's going on? It's just like Canelo Alvarez just said in that interview. I made that move with Oscar De La Hoya and getting on my contract and to show my people that you could be a boss. What did he say when Floyd Mayweather was fighting on Cinco de Mayo and Mexican Independence Day weekend? What did Canelo say? I'm taking those dates back for my people. That's why he gets the unconditional love he gets. If y'all don't understand, we got 1,000 people here, and we're going to have more than 10,000 people watching this after. And I know y'all listening. That's the difference. Y'all want to know, everybody want to know why he get the unconditional love he get? That's why. That's why. We need you to show us that you're a boss. Now you the head honcho on that card, bro. You the headline. Now tell them, listen, I need, bro, we gotta put this is our weekend, bro. We'll never build up our weekend like they build up their weekend if we don't take the reins. I Smoke Hip Hop Live, my brother in Super Chat, once again dropping another dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. They cater to the other race bases on their beauty standards, meaning white and Latino. Sadly, this still goes on. This is a fact. But see, this is what I'm saying, I Smoke Hip Hop. That's why we need the fighters that's in this position to stand up. You a boss. You got to show us that you a boss. You got to make boss moves right now. Big Dose 513, my brother in Super Chat. What's official, Blue? Bet bun. Huh? Hashtag bet bud run and fight. Oh, okay. What's official, Blue? Hashtag bet bud run and fight Ortiz. Yeah, I won't be surprised if that happens. Won't be surprised. Salute to my brother in the Super Chat. Shakato Shatako Smith, my brother in the Super Chat. Your message is being too real. Appreciate you, great brother. Oh, we got to get this out. There's no way I was going to let this one go past us. No, sir. No, sir. See, just being a boss is not showing your people that you made $20 million. No. That's not it. See, that's not what Canelo Alvarez does. You understand? That's the difference. Canelo Alvarez is not just showing what is going on here. Canelo Alvarez is not just showing, oh, I made $20 million. I made $32 million. He's showing and proving where that's going. That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. No, Juice, my brother in the Super Chat, he said, also, what about the PBC? No difference in promoters. All of them care about dollars, not us. This is a fact. But this is why it starts with Jamal Charlo. Because, see, you take the social media and you show us all your diamonds and you show us your cars and your mansions and everything else, and we support you, great brother. We support you, Maul. And this is where we need you to stud up and show us that you're a boss and show us how it's done. This is it right here. This is when we need you to stud up and show us that you're a boss. This is where you can say, listen, this is where let me tell you something. You go ahead and say, listen, I'm not gonna compete on this card until there's more boxers that look like me on this card and televised and given the opportunity. Put the young kids on your card, bro. Put the young kids on your card, and now you get the chance. And guess what? Your unconditional love and stock is going to rise just like Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez, guess what he does? You know what Canelo Alvarez did? My brother Fred brought this to my attention. You know what Canelo Alvarez did? When he got off the airplane, the car, whatever, when he got to the fight, right? The bus, he made sure he told every regardless of what security said. My brother DB's, what's going on? Go subscribe to my brother DB. You know what he did when he got off the bus? Regardless, the security was telling him, "Oh, you got to go, you got to do this." You know what Canelo said to his people when he got off the bus? I'm gonna come to each and every one of y'all. Everybody that was standing out there waiting for Canelo Alvarez, he tried to take a picture and do everything he could with each and every one of those people standing out there. And then he took a group selfie for all the people that he couldn't get. Then he took a group selfie for all the people he couldn't reach. More, that's what we need you to do, bro. Don't lose this opportunity. And you got time. You got time. D-Stack TV, what's going on? You got time now. Let them know. Hey, bro. We need. How many fighters is from Texas right now? There's a lot of fighters from Texas right now. Get them on your card, bro. Get them on your card. Get them on your card now. Tell them how you gonna have the card is filled, bro. Let's go to the videotape. Just so y'all know. Just so you know. Let's go to the videotape, shall we? It's lit with it's lit with it's filled with boxes on the card. My brother Lawrence gave me the card thing. Hold on 1 second. Hold on, I'm gonna give you the card. Hey, Lawrence, can you send me the fight card one more time in my inbox? Salute to my brother Emmanuel H in the super chat, dropping that hundo on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said the champ is here. The champ is here. The champ is here. Salute Blue Kings and Queens in the chat. Unfortunately, Floyd already shows us that he only care about that money and nothing else. Can't knock generational wealth setting up, but at what cost though? Nah, you right. 1000% right, great brother. 1000% right. Sugar Ugly TV, my brother in the super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Canelo needs to stop Demetrius Andrade. He ducked him at 154, 160, and now 68. The best need to fight the best. Boxing is only a sport that doesn't have a central government. The judges are, yep. Hey, great brother, you said it great. Well, he hasn't avoided him at 168 because Andrade hasn't fought at 168. But I mean, Andrade is willing to go to 68. But he did definitely at 54. He could have unified, and at 60 he could have been undisputed. Marky Dan 123, 123. My brother in super chat. Maybe if Jamal brought the type of pay-per-view number Spence brings, he would have more of a say. When I heard this, I was mad. Juneteenth is our date. Right. Jamal Charles is a big draw in Houston. He's a big draw in Houston. He's a big deal in Houston. And now we need him to show us he's a big deal in Houston. Kevin Childs, what's going on? He's a big deal in Houston. He's a big deal in Texas. And now we need him to show us that he's a big deal in Texas. Marcelo Benavides, what's going on? We need you to let them know, listen, this is not going to happen. We're not going to just allow you to, no, we're just not going to cater to everybody else and not us. No, no, sir. No, sir. No, sir. That can't happen. That can't happen, bro. This is your opportunity to say, bro, listen, this is my card, my date, and my backyard. It's going to reflect me. This is going to reflect me. B Fitness, what's going on, great brother? Where you been at? This is my city, my card. I'm the draw. I'm this is me here in my city, in my backyard, in my state, and it's going to reflect me. CeeLo, what's going on? That's facts. That's a fact. That needs to happen. It needs to happen. How you, bro? Imagine this. I'm from New York. It's a date that represents us here in New York, right? I'm having a car. I'm coming back. I'm boxing. I'm the headline. Come back to New York. And everybody on my undercard is from California. Except one person, and they're not even a headliner. Yeah, Nick J, but it got to be in him now. Bernard Crawford, what's going on? Elijah Hannon, what's going on? Now it's the time for him to make it happen. And now it's time for him to make it happen. This is his opportunity. We can't see. This is the thing. When we have these opportunities, right? Imagine this, right? See, this is what you. If this was Deontay Wilder, this is why I perceive Deontay Wilder, and people be like, and people be like, lost me, what's going on? And people be like, hey, how come you ride with Deontay? If this was Deontay Wilder, you think that he'll allow this to take place? Flaming Urias, what's going on? The real Dino Wells, what's going on? You think that Deontay Wilder will let this go? Hold on, yo. Knox 2K, what's going on? Jabril Bay, what's going on? So you think that this Kareem Hood 40, what's going on? You think that Deontay Wilder have this card? Highlight this date. And don't have nobody reflected him on the card? Corey Anderson, what's going on? And then they put out that they highlighted it to celebrate Juneteenth Day. How are you celebrating this? I'm confused. Kerwin Thomas, he said Wilder's a much bigger star than both Charles combined. Well, how did he get there? How did he get there? It's not just his knockouts. It's not just his knockouts. How did he get there? How did he get there? You know how he got there? It's who he is outside the ring as well. Stu Baby Love TV, what's going on? Not just his knockouts, it's who he is outside the ring. That's what works with him as well. So it's not just just not the performance, it's everything in its totality as a package. Marky Dan 123, what's going on? My brother in super chat, Boo Boo comes forward swinging with his chin in the air. He'll get slept by Canelo. That's a strong possibility. Melina Daniels, peace and blessings, Queen. How you doing? Willing to fight everybody. My brother DB said he got the streets rocking on him. And that's the thing, right, DB? Because you know what? See, it's here's the thing, right? I ain't never see. Do y'all see Deontay Wilder's house? Cars, jewelry, lifestyle? No. Peace be free, my brother in super chat. It's real talk today. Blue, I hope Maul don't take it personal and understand. I hope not, but it has to be said. It has to be said. I can't have 10,000 people here watching me and not speak the truth. And we not speak the truth. If we don't stand for something, we'll fall for anything. At the end of the day, right? You gotta represent something. Jermaine B, my brother in the super chat, he said they did a PR call on ESPN, Mexico call on Fox. This is a fact. Facts. Facts. So what am I saying that should rub them wrong? No. Right, saying what's going on. What I'm saying is you in the position, just like I'm sitting here with 10,000 people going to watch, and he could sit here and get what 400,000 people to watch, maybe 1 million. With Jessica Burden, what's going on? Peace of blessings, Queen. How you doing? Well, then, what comes with that is responsibility. Letchy Puma Skills, what's going on? What comes with that is responsibility. That's just facts. Because I have to give back to the people that give to me. Just like he has to give back to the people that give to him. It's just like when Deontay Wilder left Errol Spence, Mikey Garcia fight, and he stopped with every single person on his way from his chair, asked Ellie Setback. And me, Ellie Setback, and Chris, his brother and security that's always with him. He stopped and signed and took a picture with every person from his seat to his car. And even when he got to his car in the garage, he did interviews. Ask Michelle Joy Phelps. She waited for him at his car in his garage. In the garage of Dallas Cowboys Stadium, Michelle Joy Phelps and there was somebody else. They waited for him at his car in the garage. He could have said, I don't want to do this. From his seat, he took a picture. He was the last people there in the arena. He was the last person walking in the arena on the floor. And every person to that first level, to the people on the floor, oh, champ, can I take a picture with you? Can I take a picture with you? Can you sign this? Can you do this? To the point where the security was like, listen, you signed this, you got one thing at a time, one thing at a time, one thing at a time, because people was giving them, hey, can you sign it? And then they would get something else. Can you sign this one? And then you can sign it. So they had one thing. He did that all the way to his car and then still did interviews when he got in the garage. Nicholas Long, what's going on? That's a fact. That's a fact. Why? Because he feels like he got to give back to the people, the fans that support him. If you remove the fans that support you, you have nothing. You don't have the lifestyle that you live. You don't have it. If all 900 people, we got 900 people, 930 people watching right now. If 930 people just said, oh, I'm going to do something else, then I'll be talking to myself. Chevelle Solomon, what's going on? Baltimore, Maryland in building. Then I'll be talking to myself. Then I'll be talking to myself. So this is the bro. You gotta look at it. Let me see the fight card. This is how this. If you want the boxing world to view you like Floyd Mayweather, right? So now, and I don't agree with Floyd Mayweather's stance outside the ring, but guess what? Floyd Mayweather is not going to. If the card is not how he wants the card to be, he's not going to participate. If Oscar De La Hoya didn't think the card was the way he wanted it to be, he's not going to participate. Let me tell y'all something, right? Jay Lynn, peace and blessings, Queen. You're late. Let me tell y'all something, right? So let me tell y'all something, right? Check this out. I'm only gonna Deontay Wilder, the other person name I'm gonna keep private. But if you was there, then you know who I'm talking about. Right? Corey Anderson, my brother, what's going on in Super Chat? Wilder and EJ are class acts. This is a fact. We at I don't know. It might have been when Wilder fought Ortiz the second fight, right? Now think about this. We doing interviews with Wilder, right? And they keep saying, "Oh, that's it. Last question. Last question. You gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go." Right? Jermaine Bean, my brother in Super Chat, just thinking Blue Blood that PR card with Belanga was huge. This is a fact. Fact. So now they say, Wilder, you gotta go. We gotta go. You can't no more. Last question. Last question. The powers that be that was in position. Wilder looked over and he told him, "Don't do it." Listen, if my peoples that was there, they know. He looked over. He said, "Don't do it." Then he continued to do the interviews. Then they said, "Oh, this is it. You gotta go." He said, "I'm good. Don't do it." I'm paraphrasing, and he did more. Then they came in and said, "Oh, you gotta go." He said, "Listen, listen, listen, listen. Don't do it." King Vonnie, you dropped the 86 on it, right? Chris UK, what's going on? So that's what I'm saying, man. If you're Jamal Charlie and you're in this position, great brother, please understand what I'm telling you. Your brand and everything else is going to grow leaps and bounds. Believe me. Viva tu vida. Live your life. What's going on? Raul Munoz, what's going on? Believe me. Believe me. Ratchet 91, my brother in Super Chat. Much love to you, great brother. Raul Munoz, Wilder's never going to beat Fury. Okay, make the fight happen and let's see. It's Jay, what's going on? My brother G5_Gabe in the building. What's good with you, King? Malik Walker, what's going on? Waffly Beef 04, what's going on, great brother? Okay. So my thing is this, right? You know, you got the position. You know, you got the stands. You know, and you have the platform. This is what it's for. This is absolutely what it's about. This is what it's for. This is what it's for, great brother. Got to use it, man. Got to use it. Panther TV channel, my brother in Super Chat dropping that dub. on your boy Blue in the super chat. Blue Charlo don't want no brothers on the Juneteenth undercard because he want all the shine on himself. Well, that's not the case. I don't think that he even realizes it. I don't think that he even truly realizes it. I don't think that he understands and he realizes what's going on. Right? He might not even know who's on the undercard. Eduardo Orozco. Are you referring to me, great brother? Too many.
Not right now. I'm eating this.
Too many. I've been in too many. If you're referring to me, great brother, everyone should know how to. Man, listen. You see this, and you see this, right? See those two things? It shouldn't happen, man. My brother, Kurt Anderson, a.k.a. Kurt Sugar, a.k.a. the historian, a.k.a. my brother, my co-host. What's goody with you, Kurt?
Hey, Blue, what's going on? How you doing this Thursday evening? What's up, chat, a.k.a. the family? How's everybody?
Hey, I'm good. I'm good, great brother, man. You know, salute to Terrell Sanfield in the super chat. I plan on going to the fight since I'm a fan, but I need more to do better. Wish Mel had that day. Yeah, man, he got to, you know, and like I said, I don't believe that maybe he don't even know what the undercard is. He might not be aware. So I wanted to bring it to his attention. He may not be aware what's going on, but I need to bring it to his attention. Because it's just, man, Kurt, did you see this, Kurt? They just keep adding fighters on the card, but they all Latino, Kurt. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, and that's not by mistake. This has been going on for like many, many years, man. They've been trying to move us to the side. They don't respect the black fan base nor the black fighter. This has been going on for so long. They rather see other people in the forefront than us. They don't want another Mayweather. They don't want another premier black fighter. They don't want a fan base. None of that. It's up to the fighters too to do their part. See, Muhammad Ali and Sugar Ray Robinson, excuse me, they used to be in the neighborhood. Muhammad Ali used to tell people, I'm gonna start at this end of the block, and before I get to the middle, I won't be able to walk because the people was going to surround me, and that's what happened. Muhammad Ali, there's footage of him kissing babies. You would think he was a politician. He had a connection. There's no boxer or no athlete in the history of sports in this world that had a connection to the people like Ali, or before him, Sugar Ray Robinson, or even Joe Louis. Matter of fact, happy birthday to Joe Louis. He would have been 107. His birthday is today, along with Stevie Wonder. But and there was a connection, but they always tried to put our fan base to the side. They rather cater to, you know, Latinos or Eastern European. If it wasn't for the weak Eastern European fan base, Blue and Chat, they was going to try to oust Latinos, but it didn't work out for the Eastern Europeans. It started with HBO, but Golovkin and Lomachenko didn't really catch on like that. So, but our fan base has been ignored, and the black consumer dollar been ignored for many, many years.
Yeah, it's amazing, Kurt, man. Salute to my brother Emmanuel H in the super chat, dropping that hundo on us in the super chat. He said, "Hundo for the historian. Let's get it. Get the likes to 1.5K. Y'all ain't got no love for Blue Blood Sports and Kurt. Snoop Dogg voice. Yeah, y'all ain't got no love for Blue and Kurt. Get the likes to 1.5, my peoples. Yeah, and Kurt, man. When I saw this, man, Sean Gibbs said someone said I missed the super chat. Oh, I didn't miss any. Stack Mo Say Less. What's going on? Leonardo da Vinci. What's going on, great brother? Yeah, Kurt. Jonathan Simon. What's going on? Hey, Kurt. I meant to ask you before I forget. Uh, uh, uh. Some movies make fighters bigger than they make movies and they make documentaries and things of that nature. The perception of a fighter. Big Dose 513 said, "You missed mine." No, I read yours, great brother. I had it on I had it on the screen. Uh, uh, um, so I wanted to ask you, your perception of Hurricane Carter, Reuben Carter.
Yeah, I know Reuben Hurricane Carter well. My father used to talk about him. He's from a place where I was born at. I was born in Paterson, New Jersey. Then moved to Newark later, but as a kid, he used to talk to me about. I know about the incident at the famous bar. Yeah, it was a fight. What's that fighter name? Um, oh man,
Hold on one
that
second. Yeah, Big Dose 513. Yeah, about Bud. I read it. Malik Walker said you missed mine. I didn't see yours, great brother. Big Dose 513. I read yours though about Terrence Crawford. I read that one. Go ahead, Kurt.
Yeah, it was a scene in the movie that Denzel Washington played where he beat up a contender. It was an Italian fighter. I forgot his name. It's a name that I know like the back of my hand. Where my mind is blank. And that guy saw the movie. It was going to sue because he said the fight didn't go that way, and it didn't. They had Ruben Hurricane Carter beating him from pillar to post, and it didn't go like that. And he was going to sue because of that. So that's one movie that they try to make him better than what he really was. He was a good fighter, but beating up that guy, I forgot the Italian guy's name, man. It might have been Joey Giardello. That might have been it. But anyway, that didn't happen like that because I was watching so many fight films. I was like, that fight didn't happen like that. But to fit it in movie terms, layman's, they made him look like a world beater.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because I'm like, the fights I watch that I'm privy to, I'm like, he have a lot of losses and stuff, and I'm like, man, but movies will make you, seem much bigger than you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and Broderick too. Well, they got smart because the Cinderella Man, they had to throw the dramatics in there and taking those punches because when he beat, it was one of the biggest upsets in heavyweight history when he beat Max Baer. Max Baer get knocked down a truck. He had a right hand like Deontay Wilder back in the day. I mean, he had a brutal right hand, and they showed, if you remember the scene, he was taking all those punches. That wouldn't have happened for real, but they made it, they made it look dramatic to fit, in movie terms. But they didn't show the Joe Louis fight because he got knocked out. They stopped it right before he fought Joe Louis, so that was smart on their part.
Yeah, man. Melanie Royalty, what's going on? Yeah, and so did you see what Teofimo Lopez Sr. was saying about Floyd?
Yeah, it's very unfortunate, man, where he would say something like that. His father can be quirky, but it's just frustration. They tired of Floyd, man, and Floyd knocked him off the date. But Floyd fight is Sunday, his fight is Saturday, but the name being close to the fight and Floyd having the name, the legendary name, they got spooked and they pushed their fight uh back for 2 weeks. I know they listen, Floyd can knock anybody off their date, but for him to say that, I think he was out of pocket when he said that because that's not the case, because he has Latino fighters under his banner. So why would Tio Senior say something like that?
Right. It didn't even add up. But that's what I'm saying. Uh, wise men always told me there's a few people that tell the truth, and upset man is one of them. You know what I mean? And to say that is just like what I don't understand. Where would that even come from? You know what I mean? It's one thing to say, "Hey, man, this guy, he needs to go ahead and, but he's not even fighting on your date. So essentially, Kurt, he will be competing with their weigh-in. The weigh-in will be competing with him because
Yeah,
he's
they
not
just
fighting on the date.
it's too close for comfort for them, and they want these numbers to be good. They got a lot riding on Teofimo first showing on Triller and Floyd having his name, even though it's the next day. But the weigh-in is Saturday. It's just it'd be too much of a circus. It'd be popular. They're going to do well, and they can't afford to have that, so they pushed it back. They just want Floyd to go away, and it's funny how people could say stuff to they say funny things or they'll say something out of the way, but it's a reflection on them. Case in point, he said Floyd was racist, but in a funny way, he could be that way because why would you say that? And he's just a guy, a boxer, just fighting on a date. Maybe you feel that way because you feel that Floyd should go away and he shouldn't fight or whatever. It's weird what I'm trying to say, but I don't know. Teal father could be like that sometimes. He has strange quirks.
Hmm. Yeah, it just don't just don't add up. And then the thing is, you feeling that way because he's competing with your card, but then you move your date and actually fight on the exact date Jamal Charles fighting.
Yeah, that's being hypocritical, and maybe he feels that Floyd has no right to fight on that date. Maybe he feels like that. In a very strange way. Maybe he feels a certain way because why would he say that? Call a man a racist. In this, and we try to stay away from stuff, but you can't. It's part of society, and I always said boxing is about race, country, and pride. And no matter how you try to stay away from it, it's just what it is. There's no way around it. There's no way around it at all.
Mm.
It's been going on since day one. And you see it in life every day. You see it in boxing, and art imitates life, and life imitates art. It's just like the weigh-in. When they booed the Davis brothers, I don't know what people caught that. And Sergio Mora, did you catch that when the way they got booed, Blue?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And Sergio Mora was trying to clean it up by saying, oh, you fighting a Mexican fighter, that's why they born you. And I was like, nah, no, because remember when Austin Trout fought Charlo, when the bell said ding for round one, boo, that's all you heard.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody throw a punch.
Right. Right. So we know, it's just unreal. Get the lights to 1.5 people. MJ, what's going on? Yeah, Kurt, man. So Caleb Plant, Kurt, he says that he's gonna beat, right? Canelo Alvarez because Canelo Alvarez, he says Canelo Alvarez essentially lost all his big fights. He said he's 1-3. Did you see that, Kurt?
Yeah, I saw it.
He's 1-3 in all his big fights, and he sound real confident, right? He sound real confident, and he made some valid points, but do you think that confidence is going to translate, or can it translate to the actual fight?
It can. I mean, I done seen fighters talk a good game, be confident, and then as the fight closes in on them, they get tight. But we wouldn't know about Caleb's confidence until the bell sounds for round one. If he's loose and he's relaxed, then he means it. But if he doesn't throw a lot of punches and he does a Callum Smith or Sergey Kovalev, then we know it was just hot air. I mean, it sounds hot and it sounds good, what he's saying, but we won't know until September 18th, around about 11:25 p.m.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he's reports are that he's asking for. They saying that Billy Joe Saunders got 8 million, and now they're saying that Caleb Plant is asking for more than that. He wants more than 8 million. But Billy Joe Saunders is more accomplished than Caleb Plant, and they saying he wants more than 8 million for the fight. I mean, to each his own, but don't price yourself out of the fight.
You don't do that. I mean, Canelo really wants his belt because he wants to be undisputed. You know, he wants to make history as a Mexican fighter, the first Mexican fighter. If Ramirez don't lose, if he wins, he will be the first Mexican fighter to hold 4 belts. So, and Canelo wouldn't like that, but he wants to be a 4-belt champion, undisputed. So, they might give him extra money, but I hope he'll price himself out. But I just don't know about Caleb Plant, man. I mean, he sounds confident. I listened to what he had to say, but we won't know until September.
Mm-hmm. Anthony Nelson, brother in the super chat. T.O. Father don't surprise me because the channel that he go on don't favor brothers anyway.
That's true.
Yep.
Garcia as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you what they did. Oh, go ahead, boo.
Mosquito, where you been at, bro? Mosquito on the super chat. Mayweather told Logan Paul it's always about so Teofimo ain't. I didn't catch that. I must have missed that, great brother. My brother Mosquito, where you been at, bro? Go ahead, Kurt.
I'm gonna tell you. Last week, Ellie Sockbach asked Big G, Robert Garcia's father.
Mm-hmm.
He asked Robert Garcia, and he asked, I think he was rapping Mikey Garcia's hands. And Ellie Sockbach says, did you guys ever see Sugar Ray Robinson fight? They said no. And I was like, huh? And I was surprised Big G, who's has to be in his what, 60s, 70s maybe? He was like, I never seen Sugar Ray Robinson fight. But the reaction I got, when he asked the question, they wasn't even looking at Ellie Sockbach. They was looking at their phones. And Robert Garcia just waved like, shook his head like, nah. The way they treated the question was like Sugar Ray Robinson was a nobody. I was like, wow, really?
Wow.
I was like very surprised. They never seen highlights of him. They said it. They admitted they never seen highlights of him.
Wow.
But Blue in chat, they didn't care to see highlights of him. They didn't care about him at all.
Man, that's surprising because they're historians in this sport. Sylvester Solomon, 2011. What's going on? Plus size God is peace and blessings, Queen. How you doing today? Raphael Harmon, what's going on? How could you Daniel Garcia Rodriguez, what's going on? How could they not that's amazing. LD, what's going on?
Because they don't mess with Sugar Ray Robinson like that. He's not the right color.
Wow.
Or it's unfortunate, man, but I have to be honest, man. As a kid, my father said, he was teaching me about boxing, but at the same time, he was teaching me about life, and he was teaching me how black fighters being treated. Remember, Blue and Chat, we had what you call Black Murderers Row. There were 3 different sets of Black Murderers Row. The turn of the century, you had Harry Wills and Joe Jeanette and Sam Langford and Sam McVeigh. They didn't get a crack at the heavyweight title. Even when Jack Johnson won the title in 1908, Johnson fought them before he became heavyweight champion in 1908. And he knew he was going to lose to them because they was beating each other. And he was like, nah, I ain't worked this hard to become world champion to fight one of them so I can lose. So he didn't fight them. They had the colored heavyweight championships and the black heavyweight champions. So we was having 3 different champions in the same division, world, black and colored. And the color heavyweight champion was Frank Childs, was the first man to unify a championship, and he beat George Byers. But and then you had the second group, Baby Joe Gans and Harry Smith, and Kid Norfolk. That was like in the 20s, 10s, and 20s. They couldn't get title shots, and then more famously, you had Black Murderers Row with Charlie Burley and Holman Williams and Joe Jeanette. I was listening to somebody ask you a question, most duck fighters, but in history, the third wave of Murderers Row was the most duck fighter. Charlie Burley was a great fighter. Charlie Burley was a combination of Pernell Whitaker, Roy Jones, and James Toney. Eddie Futch said he was the best fighter ever. He beat Archie Moore twice. He was a great fighter, but he didn't get a chance. Those were the Black Murderers Row. So we just ain't spewing fire. We have legitimate claims of good old pure racism. I could tell you some horror stories about black fighters, what we went through, man. But that's just the history of the sport, that I was taught.
Mm-hmm. Man, it's amazing, man. Oh, it's never ceased to amaze me. Never ceased to amaze me, Kurt. It never ceased to amaze me.
I mean, not only boxing, but baseball. I'm a huge baseball man. Huge. I'm a diehard Yankee fan. They were one of the last organizations to have a black player, Elston Howard. But when you look at Satchel Paige, who could have been one of the greatest players, he got in the league when he was 47. And my favorite Negro League player all time was Josh Gibson. They didn't get a chance. They didn't get a chance.
Mm-hmm. It's amazing. That's why I say, Kurt, when you're in a situation and you have the opportunity that Jamal Charlo have, you gotta do something. You gotta say something. You can't just be a boss on social media.
It's up to the fighters to you see how I love it. I think it's very noble that Canelo connects with his fans. That's why he has, like you said, unconditional love. He takes pictures. You see Mikey Garcia over there. Certain black fighters got certain attitudes and they don't want to do it. But I was close to fighters like Rocky Lockridge and Johnny Bumphis because I don't know, for some reason, after the 90s, Blue and Chat, fighters changed. They used to mingle with the people in the neighborhood. I used to eat cheeseburgers and hot dogs with Rocky Lockridge, standing right in front of Pop Wings. That was a Moms and Pops cheeseburger place. It was real popular in Patterson. And fighters used to see fighters out there all the time. I used to run into Kendall Hope. He still live in Patterson, for what I understand. I haven't been in Patterson in years, but that's just how it was. You could see fighters on the streets and you could talk to them, but a lot of fighters are not approachable like they used to be.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's amazing, Kurt. That's what I said, Kurt. Jamal got the platform, man. He gotta take advantage of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, somebody.
He can make a statement. He can make a statement, Kurt.
He can. But it seems like they don't want to do the footwork. Vern Davenport Jr. says, do a show on black fighters' history of boxing. I would love to.
We could do that. We could do that.
I go back since day one, and I could just tell you all the stories and all the fighters. There's great fighters that you never heard of before. It's a shame what they did to fighters.
Mm-hmm. And look more recently. Look at Riggindale.
Yeah, man. The way they did him, man, was criminal.
This dude had one big fight, well, two big fights in his career. Like, amazing.
They robbed that man so many ways, especially, they thought Donaire was going to be that star, and they got mad when he beat the brakes off Donaire.
Mm-hmm. And dude can get a big fight since, Kurt.
They all ducked him. They all ducked Rigger down.
He had to leave the weight class.
Mm-hmm.
Sean Dub, brother in the super chat. Kurt, before the 60s, I hardly saw any southpaw fighters. Were there no left-handers, or were they converted to orthodox?
Most of them was converted to orthodox.
Mm-hmm. And why is that, Kurt?
It
I
was
know, but I wanted you to explain it.
a lot of old school boxing trainers thought fighting right-handed will be better suited for their fighter. They didn't really have faith as being a southpaw. Southpaw came into prominence like in the early 70s and the 60s. It was like driving a car from the imagine you driving a car in the United States, then you go to a foreign country and the steering wheel's on the other side. So it'd be too awkward for a lot of people to master. So, a lot of fighters at that time was converted, to orthodox.
And you'll be surprised. And I know you know this, Kurt, but the people in the chat, y'all be surprised. You walked in some gyms, trainers still won't want to train you southpaws.
I think that's an advantage because I'm a southpaw, but
me too.
Oh, I didn't know that. Were you left-handed?
Mm-hmm. No,
Oh, okay,
no, I'm right-handed, but all my boxing and everything I did southpaw just naturally.
So you're ambidextrous then.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why Marvin Hagler, and Terrence Crawford is so successful. When you could switch off like that, it confuses your opponent, and Jerron Ennis could do that as well. So it's an advantage for that fighter, but it's different now. Southpaws, if you can fight southpaw, I truly feel you have an advantage.
Like, look at Miguel Cotto, Curry. He was a southpaw, but he fight orthodox.
Yep, good point.
Elbow, brother in the super chat. Because of social media, a lot of these new age boxers lack social skills in person.
That's a good point.
That's true.
That's very true. Very true.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nuke Juice, brother in the super chat. Kurt, you right. My uncle was Don Newcomb, Cy Young winner, and was in the neighborhood back in the day. Wow.
Oh, he was a great player. Your uncle is Don Newcomb?
Wow.
Wow, man. He was a great player, man.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh man. Your uncle, that's cool, man.
I know you got some stories. I know you got some stories, man. Wow.
It was just beautiful. 1 second before you go to boxing, because the Negro League players, Blue in chat, they couldn't eat in restaurants, but they had a directory. Every little town they played in, they went to somebody's house and ate. That we had a closeness and a unity. They couldn't go to diners, so they had to eat at people's houses. And the food was laid out, and you could take showers. So it wasn't the hotels or the diners; it was just people homes. It was a beautiful thing, and there was a lot of businesses that blacks had that was lost when the Negro League. See, you got to be careful because when we switched over to Major League Baseball, a lot of businesses, black businesses, went under. So integration was a hypocritical trick that was played on us. It's really deep. I don't want to get too political because we talk boxing, but I just had to say that.
Bo One, brother in the super chat, he said, "Ain't Ward and I still lefties?" I believe both of them are right, Kurt.
Who was lefties?
Andre Ward and Oscar De La Hoya. I believe they both are.
I think they both are. That's correct.
Mm-hmm. And you can see in their stands look a little awkward. You see how they stand? Their stands look a little awkward because it's not natural for them.
I truly believe when you could fight ambidextrous like Crawford, Hagler, and Ennis showing he could do it, other fighters too, but they can do it smoothly. Like you don't know, they do it naturally, instinctively. They have an advantage because the angles change and all that.
Raul Munoz said a lot of left-hand fighters were avoided for being southpaws too, like Hagler. Remember that Floyd, Kurt, with Floyd Mayweather? When his father called him, don't ever put my son in the ring with a southpaw this early in his career.
Yeah.
He was upset with Roger, boy. He was upset with Roger. Don't put him in the ring with no southpaw. And he still won the fight, but it was difficult. Wasn't that the Emmanuel Augustus fight, Kurt?
That might have been the Augustus fight.
I think that was the Emmanuel Augustus fight. And he said that was the toughest fight of his career, still today.
Yeah, that was a real tough fight, man. He had Floyd bleeding from the mouth and nose.
Unorthodox, man. Completely unorthodox. Hey, Kurt, so now yesterday, after we got off the show, a brother came in my inbox and he's like, man, Blue, I respect you and everything, but man, I'm tired of you just slighting Lennox Lewis, man. You keep slighting Lennox Lewis because I said that the UK hasn't had undisputed heavyweight champion 120 years plus. And I told the brother, I say, you're not listening. You didn't listen to me in my totality. I said, brother, the UK hadn't, they don't all welcome Lennox Lewis, NBA D Nice, Rob Unique. What's going on? Money Brown TV. Go subscribe to my brother, Money Brown TV. Money dropped the link. So I said, they didn't embrace him the way I said, go back and look at the fight with him and Frank Bruno. Look at the buildup for that. Right? He's like, nah, bro. Nah, you slighting it. So could you just explain that, Kurt? Because I'm like, brother, the brother represented 3 different countries. They didn't perceive him like, just a pure heavyweight undisputed champion from the UK. Birdie 46, what's going on? And he's like, no. So I'm like, brother, I'm not going, whatever. But can you just explain that, Kurt?
A fighter always get love when he's done. But they didn't. They respect him now that he's retired. But when he fought, he wasn't fully accepted as a UK fighter. When he fought Frank Bruno played on that in the press conference. He kept saying, "Lennox is not a true Brit. I'm a true Brit," and he got the fans, the UK fans, on his side. If you look at that fight, they were cheering Wally for him. When he came into a ring, his robe said, Frank Bruno, true Brit. So he wore it on his sleeve to slight Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis was just looked at as somebody who's just over here. They never accepted him as a British fighter. Never did. Bruno was a true Brit. That's why he had the crowd behind him when he fought Lennox Lewis.
Exactly, and that's what I was trying to explain to the brother about. Boss Rat 357, my brother in Super Chat. Look up the greatest Negro League baseball game that happened in Hazelhurst, Mississippi. All the greats were there before the integration. Will do, great brother. Will do. Smash the like button, get the likes to 1.5K. Yeah, Kurt, man. I truly hope Jamal takes the opportunity.
Yeah, me too. I don't think he know about the undercard.
That's what I was saying. That's why I said I wanted to bring it to attention, I hope you don't take it the wrong way and be mad at me, but I just had to say it, man. We have to, man.
You have to.
Yeah. We have to, man. So, yeah, Kurt. So, do you think that Canelo will overpay Caleb Plant? Because it's kind of a smart move on the part of Caleb Plant, right? Because I got what you need. I'm the last piece to the puzzle. You know what I mean?
For
So
that belt, he will overpay him.
right, that's what I'm saying. So if I'm Caleb Plant, initially when I heard it, I'm like, man, don't price yourself out of this a big fight. But then on the flip side, I'm like, it's a smart move because he knows what's Canelo going to do? Fight David Benavidez? Fight Jamal Charlo? You know what I mean? What's he going to do? Go to 75? He's going to pay for that belt. Salute to DeHaven Alexander, brother in Super Chat. My uncle was P.D. Wheat Straw. You know who that is, Kurt?
Petey Wheatstraw. He must be trying to be funny. Petey Wheatstraw. The only Petey Wheatstraw I know was Rudy Ray Moore in the movie Petey Wheatstraw.
I don't know. I don't know who that is, man.
Petey Wheatstraw.
I don't know who that is, Kurt.
That was a Rudy Ray Moore character.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So when I'm thinking maybe this is somebody that you may know. Dolomite, they said. Ricky Torres in the super chat. He said, "Cool blue." He said, "Cool blue in the house." Salute to my brother, Ricky Torres, man. Salute to you in the super chat. Yeah, that's what I thought, Kurt. But I'm like, maybe there's something. Maybe I'm missing something.
I know the Negro League pretty well, but Petey Wheatstraw, yeah. Nah, that's Rudy Ray Moore. That's a Rudy Ray Moore character.
Kurt said, yeah.
Way down in the jungle deep. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Yeah.
School Skills said no, he was a blues man.
Oh, maybe he was. I don't know. Petey Wheatstraw. Oh, okay. I don't know too much about the blues, but oh, okay.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Way down in the jungle.
So, Kurt, let me ask you though. Do you what chance do you give Caleb Plant to win this fight though? If the fight do happen, and I love what you think about him standing on his square because he could do that because he's in a position of power right now.
He has the skills, but like I said before, I don't trust none of them guys. Maybe one of them will fight like they supposed to and have the discipline and intestinal fortitude to stand up to the moment in Canelo. If that's the case, I give him 60% chance of winning because of his footwork. If he come in there like Calvin Smith and freeze up like Sergey Kovalev, I give him 10% chance to win.
And he said that, Kurt. He said, I'm not those guys he was fighting from the UK.
He did say that. And I like it, but it has to translate when the bell goes ding. Because I could tell right away, I'll be like, yeah, this is something different tonight. I just want to see somebody be comfortable in their own skin and fight the fight they're supposed to. And see how Canelo counter that. Did he really get better? He's fighting a guy that can move, who's 6'1", who's popping the jab, who's throwing combinations. Then we're going to see. If Canelo beat him and Caleb looked good, you have to give credit to Canelo. You have to give him credit. But if he struggles and he wins by controversial decision or Plant beats him, then we know our answer.
Mm-hmm. Elijah Hannon, Cooper Pactober, what's going on? Jonathan Simon, brother in the super chat. Blue and Kurt, you know my first cousin fought Azuma Nelson before he became a world champion, Irvin Mitchell.
Really? That's your cousin?
Wow. What you thought about Azuma Nelson, Kurt?
He was a great fighter. Very impressed. He fought Salvador Sanchez on very short notice and gave Salvador Sanchez all he can handle. Went to Puerto Rico, knocked out the great Rafael Gomez. Had the 3 fights with Jeff Finnick. I thought he lost the first one. That was on the undercard of Tyson and Ruddock. Then he went to his hometown in Australia and beat the brakes off Finney and knocked him out. Had the 4-fight series with Jesse James Leha. Azuma Nelson was a great fighter, not good fighter, great fighter.
I agree.
Great fighter.
I agree. Copper of Aborigines, what's going on? Oak Park Boxing, my brother. Box fans, what's going on? Elijah Hannon, what's going on? Devin Blocker, my brother. Sean Gibson, what's going on? Donald Now, 66-year-old G Grant, 66-year-old G Grant, the triple OG in the building. What's going on with the triple OG? Oh, the triple OG said P.D. Wheatstraw was the devil's son-in-law, a character creation by Rudy Ray Moore. You were right, Kurt. Not a boxer or blues player. LOL.
Yeah, it kind of stopped me in my tracks because I'm like P.D. Wheatstraw, because they did have names like that in the Negro League. They had these weird names, and I could see Rudy Ray Moore's face in my head when I heard the name P.D. Wheatstraw, and it reminded me of that poem "Sanctified Monkey." Yeah.
Jonathan Simon, brother, in the super chat. My cousin fought him after the Sanchez fight, Kurt.
Wow.
Not Zay. What's going on, brother?
And a lot of people don't know this, Blue. Salvador Sanchez knocked out Felix Trinidad's father in 5 rounds.
Did he?
Yeah, they fought. Yeah. Trinidad's father was a good fighter, but when he went up against Sanchez, he was obliterated.
Well, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that at all. Boss Red 357, brother, back in the super chat. Bro, Kurt, the boxing encyclopedia. Wow.
Thanks, man. But I mean, you guys give me props, man, and I appreciate it, man. But I don't stick my chest out. I just love talking boxing with you guys, man. That's all I'm here for. I just love talking boxing. If I can teach somebody, that's fine. But you guys may be surprised, but I learn from you guys. I look in the chat and I be like, oh, okay. So that's what it's about. You never stop learning, man. You learn something new every day. Your mind's supposed to be a sponge. So thanks for the compliments. I appreciate it.
Salute to the brother Jafari Caesar in the super chat. He said Al may require Canelo to fight Charlo in the plant deal. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. He tried that already. What you think about that, Kurt?
That ain't going to happen. That ain't going to happen. That ain't going to happen.
No,
that ain't going to happen.
Canelo's not going to have that.
Canelo moves like a boss. I like Canelo. I mean, we criticize him, but I criticize any fighter. You know, I've been on Charlo's behind ever since that Benavidez debacle. But Canelo, hey, he fight. I'm gonna be front and center. I'm a fan of Canelo. I'm hard on him because I think a lot about him and stuff like that. But if he go and dominates Plant and knocks Plant out, we can't say nothing no more. We can't say nothing.
Especially if Plant look good.
Yeah, if Plant frees up, that's not Canelo's fault. Hey, Canelo there to fight. People used to talk about Mike Tyson. Man, Mike Tyson got to fight somebody. They freeze up. They be scared. Well, it's not his fault. Not Mike Tyson's fault. Not Canelo's fault. Canelo's a good fighter, man. He's a good fighter. But I like his mindset. It's not his counterpunching, Blue and chat. It's his mind. He's like an old school fighter. No boxing, no life. You see the corner wearing, sweatsuits, and that's what he believes. He believes boxing is everything to him. And he's always in the gym. He's on vacation now, but he's always in the gym. He dedicated his life into boxing, and it's showing. Because many times I said, you got to be active, and your skills will appreciate themselves. That's what he's getting out.
Saeed Gore, what's going on, great brother? Box Talk 101. I don't know, man. I don't know. You never know, man. I can't say yes, but I can't say no either. So I don't know. Brent Lawson, brother in the super chat, dropping that quarter of $100 on us in the super chat. Salute, Blue and Kurt. Love you guys' platform. You guys keep doing you. Big ups to you both. Appreciate you, great brother. Appreciate you.
Hey, Blue, did you catch that? Did anybody catch that Blood, Sweat, and Tears? Taylor Ramirez?
I recorded it, but I didn't watch it yet.
It was good. I love going behind the scenes, man. It's going to be a terrific fight.
I can't wait.
Me neither.
And why did it come on so late, though?
I know. Well, that's boxing. They always shove boxing and put it somewhere in 12, 1 to 2 in the morning. Yeah, it should be prime time, but it's not. But I enjoyed watching it, though. Yeah.
I recorded it. Is it going to be a 2-part? Because the fight is next week.
Yeah, it's going to be a part 2. I think it come on Sunday. I think it might come on Fox 5 this weekend.
Oh, okay. Wallace Carter, the third brother in the super chat. Wow, how Floyd, a lot of people don't know he paid for, I think, Hernandez renewal, but nobody talks about that. He sure did. Gennaro Hernandez. Yep, sure did. Now, Kurt, also yesterday, Ishmael Salas, trainer Ugas, he confirmed that they're in talks, that, you know, they stuck. The reason that they haven't announced it is because they want to do it in July, the Errol Spence fight, but there's a holdup, and I believe the holdup is Deontay Wilder. So, but what you think, Kurt?
It's very interesting. I saw that too. They're going to fight. It's just a matter of when. My guess is maybe August, because what is it? Mid-May, June, and July. There's enough time, but for some reason, maybe August, maybe early September. And that's very interesting. You said the holdup is Wilder, because you can't have Wilder and Spence too close together. That's just a little bit too much. So, you know, I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm trying to be patient because I want to see Spence and Ugas fight. It's coming. We just don't know when. My guess is late August, early September.
And the thing is, remember, if Wilder does fight, no, that's Sun Chips, Jalen. Type Slick Hand Speed, what's going on? Johnny Player, what's going on? If Wilder does fight Fury, right, Kurt? Remember, Sergio Gonzalez, what's going on? Fury's the A side. So they have to fight on ESPN terms, you know what I mean?
Now I'm hearing the data set. Here we go again. August 14th. You know, I'm hearing the data set and everything is a go. I tell you, man, I'm getting a kick out of this, man. A big old soap opera.
The date is set August 14th, and now they're going to announce it next week.
Oh, you got to love boxing, man. I love it.
You can't make it up.
You know, I was talking.
I
was talking to some people, and they said that Castano was going to give Charlo all the trouble in the world. I don't know, Blue and chat. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't see that.
Me neither.
I don't. He has the wrong style. You're going to be in Charlo face. Charlo is a pinpoint assassin who has power and can box. Castano squares up. I was studying him, and I was like, oh, I can see that Charlo uppercut. He's going to bring the fight to Charlo. He's going to try to smother Charlo. He's going to try to win some rounds. He's going to throw a lot of punches. He's going to leave himself open. But he squares up right in front of you. Blue? I see an uppercut.
I see a knockout. Beautiful.
I don't see it, man. I don't see it, man. I don't. That you got to box Charlo. I don't see Castano. I see Charlo knocking him out. I really do. It's just not the right style.
And he's a small guy too, Kurt.
Small guy that's going to be right there to be hit.
Right.
Squares up, throws a lot of punches, so he's going to be open for counters. Charlo can box and punch. He's a well-schooled, well-balanced fighter. I don't see it. But they were saying, "No, Kurt, man, Castano can fight." I said, "I seen Castano fight before."
Kurt, you know Castano is smaller than Sean Porter.
Yeah, he's small.
I don't think people realize that.
The Charlo is strong, man, and throw punches with murderous intentions. I just like where his mindset is right now. Where is that?
Right. Salute to
Yeah.
Darryl Johnson in the super chat dropping that half a dub. He said, "Don't say half a dub. Can you say Cesar Bizouk? I truly believe Kambosos will beat Lopez. I think he's battle tested and more hungrier. I don't. I think he's going to get knocked out." That must be Australian, right? Cesar Bizouk. I guess that's Australian, right? L Dub Lawrence said Castano is sparring Terrell Goucher and for Charlo. That ain't gonna help him because Terrell Goucher can't beat Charlo. I think Charlo knock out Terrell Goucher as well.
It's just, to me, it's not a good matchup for Castano. The way Charlo fighting right now, and he has a beautiful left hook, man. It's short and compact.
Yeah, Jamel Charles is gonna knock out Brian Castano. Peace of blessings, Mrs. Put Together. Peace of blessings, Queen. How you doing? You know what I mean? Yeah, Kurt. He's gonna knock out Kambosos.
I think so too. Got a lot of fights on the horizon, man. This Saturday it's going to be very, very good fight. Neri Figueroa. Figueroa is going to bring the fight to Neri.
Yeah.
That's why it's going to be good.
Yep. Malik Walker, brother in Super Chat, I disagree with what Roy said about Errol. In my opinion, if Errol beat 2 more top-level fights in his resume, would be arguably better than Roy's resume. What you think, Kurt? Man, he just slighted Roy's resume, man. Cab drivers. Yeah. Go ahead, Kurt. What you think about it?
People get the resume thing. You have to be lucky to have a good resume, because you could be in a division where that ain't that many tough challenges, and you're just better than all the rest. Your skill set is just far and wide, and there's not a close second. You have to be lucky, like Ali, to have the opponents, or Sugar Ray Leonard to have the opponents, so you could really shine. Roy, because the 168-pound division never been a glamour division. Roy best weight to me was 168. He didn't stay at middleweight long enough, and he was a light heavyweight, but he just didn't have the opponents. But we all know how great of a fighter he was. I was there when he knocked out Brian Brannon. Brian Brannon was undefeated. And what the boxing fans don't realize, the opponent doesn't have to be a 5-star opponent. He could be a good, hard-nosed professional. If you make him look pedestrian or amateurish, then you know we kind of know what fighter, what caliber fighter you are. You're top notch. Joe Louis, when he was knocking out everybody, they call his opponents Bum of the Month Club. That's what they was, but he can only fight who's there. So Roy fought this guy named Ricky Frazier that was like horrible, but that's not his fault. You can only fight who's there. If you have the fighter have the opponents and he beats A-level opponent, he's just lucky to have him. Like Floyd. Floyd had a lot of great opponents that he made look pedestrian.
Exclusive news insider, brother in the super chat. I'm grateful the boxing gods gave Harrison the first fight because it turned out to create one of the best rivalries in long, long time. Yeah, but they're not going to fight again. I would love to see a trilogy, but they're not gonna fight again. What you think, Kurt?
Nah, Harrison didn't do himself justice by that performance with Perella. You know, his father passed, and I don't see them colliding. I think Charlo is on to big and better things. They fought twice already. Charlo knocked him out the second time. It was a great rivalry while it lasted, but if I was Charlo, I'd be like, nah, I mean, Erickson Lubin would get the fight before Harrison, I believe. But let Charlo just whoop on Castano and see where he goes from there. I want him to be undisputed.
Mm-hmm. Kurt L. Dub said Roy had the opponents. He just chose not to fight them. Lyles and McLennan was champions at 168 at the same time as Roy.
Well, he wasn't going to fight McClellan. We knew that he would have beat Frankie Lyles. The fight that everybody wanted to see was Darius Mikushevsky, and Roy didn't want to go over there because what happened to him in the Olympics. But those names were not big enough. People used to question Roy resume, but they was, like I said, they was good, hard-nosed pros. But I don't think McClellan would have beat Roy either. Roy was too quick for McClellan.
Yeah, I think so too.
I mean, when he beat James Toney, that really put him on the map. It had to be fighters of that ilk, James Toney and Roy Jones. That was a big fight, and Roy looked it really good and fast. And well, James Toney was out of shape, but that's not Roy's fault. They wanted to see him fight fighters like that. Lyles was a good fighter, and McClellan, we all know about his power, but I mean, he lost to Nigel Benn, but I think Roy would have beat them.
Yeah, I think he would have beat him too. Just the fact that they was there. Terrell Sanderfield, brother in the super chat, once again dropping that dub on us in the super chat. Hey, Blue and Kurt, y'all think Arum intentionally booked the venue in July to hold Spence? No, because now he's saying he booked now he's saying he booked August, Kurt.
Yeah.
Now you say he booked August, so what you think, Kurt?
I don't know. Bob Arum move funny, man. Bob Arum always trying to find ways to get you. Bob can be funny, but I would say no.
Sean Dub in the super chat, he said Spencer's still in his comfort zone, meaning he's still fighting people he's naturally bigger than. That's not right. Kell Brook is bigger than Errol Spence. He fought Kell Brook. Who is he supposed to fight? Who's he going to fight at welterweight that's bigger than him? There's nobody for him to fight at welterweight that's bigger than him but Kell Brook.
Yeah, but it kills me when they call Spence a weight bully and a fighter is bigger than that fighter. If you have the skills, you can overcome that, man. If you look at Manny Pacquiao, he had the skills to move up in multiple weight classes and beat bigger men.
Right.
So, I don't put a whole lot on weight and height and size and all that. Nah, if you have the skills to overcome that, then you can.
Ben there said Crawford. He's bigger than Crawford. He's bigger. He was bigger than Lamont Peterson. He's bigger than Crawford. He's getting ready to fight Ugas. Ugas is the same size as he is. Kell Brook was bigger than him. Ugas is the same size as him. He's bigger than Errol's. He's bigger than Terrence Crawford. He's bigger than Danny Garcia. What do you want him to do? Ugas is his size. So, I don't understand. How's he in his comfort zone? What are we talking about here? So Tyson Fury's in his comfort zone because he's bigger than everybody? We have to make it make sense, people. Okay, so let's think about this, right? So y'all saying Jaron Ennis. Why would he fight Jaron Ennis right now? Let's think about this. Why would he just say, okay, I'm gonna fight Jaron Ennis right now when he's trying to collect the belts? He said he needs to move up for. Come on, man. Exclusive news insider, my brother in Super Chat. Barrios versus Tank. What you think, Kurt?
It's be a tough fight for Tank, but Barrios is going to engage with him. It'll take a boxer to beat Tank. Tank may not have the power he had at 130, but he has enough power to, if you hit a rock repeatedly, the rock will start to chip, and Barrios is not made of rock. And I think, he'll wear Barrios down and then stop him, especially if we break him down to the body. Tank being at 140 is going to have to, instead of knock you out with one punch, he's going to have to start breaking fighters down. And being short, he's going to have to fight smart and close distance. The short fighter has the advantage. I think he gets Barrios out of there, but it'll be a tough fight. Barrios will have his moments, but something tells me Tank is tough. If he gets cut or knocked down, he'll come up fighting. I think he just has that intangible inside him. And I like Tank by TKO.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Tank gonna win the fight. Tough fight, but I think it's gonna be tougher than most people expect. But I think Tank is gonna win. But I mean, why would Aerospace just move up? Like, we just love to put fighters in. If they're not at a disadvantage, we can't give them no credit.
Well, he don't need to move up. Just keep fighting at welterweight.
Right. Like we gotta see me grow. What's going on? My brother's keeper. What's going on? Tunnel vision. What's going on? Yeah, Kurt, man. So what you looking forward to this week, Kurt?
Well, Neri Figueroa. I'm gonna take a look at Bawatsi, who's now being trained by Virgil Hunter. See improvement. Something tells me he don't take a good punch at all. His foundation. I just got that feeling, this premonition. As soon as he get hit on the jaw, London Bridge will be falling down again. But, you guys on a loser streak, you got to, Taylor got to win one for the Gipper next week. But anyway, looking forward to Neri Figueroa. I think it's a fun fight, a good TV fight for hardcore fight fans. I think it's going to be real exciting, and I like Neri in the fight.
You know what I meant to ask you, Kurt? What's your thoughts on Jared Anderson? I don't know if I ever asked you that.
I'm not crazy about Jared Anderson, man. Got my last name, so he better turn out good. I got to see more. I see little improvement, but he's fighting very low-level competition. I mean, he's young, so they try to build him up. And another year, I can make a good assessment, but nothing bowls me over. But I felt the same way with Wilder, and he improved a lot. So it all depends, on his progression. If he keeps getting better and better each fight, then we'll have something. So, I'll just wait.
Box Talk 101, brother in Super Chat. Does this prove that even in retirement, Floyd is still the face of boxing, or has Canelo surpassed him? No, Floyd is still the face of boxing. Still. Him and Mike Tyson. Still. Amazing. What you think, Kurt?
Absolutely. Now, Floyd is Mike Tyson, forget it. They can both knock Canelo off his gate if they want to. Floyd is still, look what he did to Teofimo. He knocked him on his date fighting a YouTuber.
Right.
Who knows how much money he's going to get. When you have a fighter that made $650 million for 2 fights, that's incredible. Incredible. With no advertisement.
Mm-hmm.
So
no endorsement.
Advertisement. No endorsements, thank you. Mm-hmm. No endorsements. And you look at the pay-per-views, what he's done, man. They just everybody wants Floyd to go away, but he's still there.
Mm-hmm.
The ghost is always going to be there, because with Canelo, no matter what he does, people always going to bring up the Mayweather fight, how bad he lost. That's going to haunt him for a long time.
Yep. A-side boxing talk, brother, back in the Super Chat, dropping that. Dub on us in the Super Chat. Why is boxing still this way? Too many middlemen, promoters, and politics. It seems like the world is in 2021 and boxing is in 1950s business wise. Why don't fighters take control and realize their power? Because they don't want to. Because the blueprint is there. So many people laid out the blueprint, and it's just they don't want to do it.
They don't want to put in the work. They don't want to put in the work.
They don't want to do it. Even Kurt, did you hear when Jack Reese was on Fred's show on Barbershop Conversation the other night?
No, I didn't catch that.
Yeah, I went on and asked him a few questions. Did you know, Kurt? He reffed the O'Shaquie Foster fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
And did you know he didn't even know about the glove situation?
Wow, that's crazy.
And he reffed the fight. When I told him, he didn't know what I was talking about.
Wow.
And he was like, "Really? I got to look into that." He didn't even know he's the referee. He reffed that. He had no clue what took place.
See, that's one thing in boxing. Oh, go ahead, Blue.
No, go ahead.
That's one thing in boxing. You can hide anything. If a referee don't know, then that says a lot.
Mm-hmm. And my thing to answer A-Side Boxing Talk, to answer his question, is even Jack Reese is like, man, I've been trying to invoke this change and add this and add that. The sport of boxing just won't change. He said, I don't think I'm ever see these change. He was saying they need a commission, Kurt. He said they need to do away with the belts. And he's he's a world-renowned referee. He's like, man, there's too many belts. We need a commission. I asked him about my idea, Kurt. I always say I think the judges should be tennis style judging fights, above the ring. You know what I mean? Looking down in the ring, no distractions, no nothing. You know what I mean? With headphones on, with earmuffs, so they can't hear the crowd. You know what I mean? Take away all the distractions. They can't hear the crowd, Kurt. They can't hear. They're not. There's people. You go to fights, Kurt. And you know this. You people walking behind the judges. You know what I mean, Kurt? Like there's too many distractions. Put them above the ring, with headphones or earmuffs on. We could see the judges and see if they're paying attention to the fight, watching the fight, and ref the fight. Judge the fight from that standpoint. Not completely how tennis is, but just right above the ropes. You know what I mean? Where they looking right over the top rope. You know what I mean?
That's a good idea, but it ain't gonna get done.
And Kurt, I think they need to add a fourth judge, so you cover all four corners.
Right.
So that way there's no blind spots. You know what I mean? There's no blind spots. Take away all the distractions. The only thing about a fourth judge, well, we get draws anyway. So it's not like, you know what I mean? We get draws with three judges. I know the point of having three judges is so that you don't always break even. You know what I mean? But look how many times we get draws anyway.
That's right.
We get draws anyway. Maybe, Kurt, it should be three judges and one judge that supersede the other three judges. Like in the NFL, Kurt, you got all the referees, and then you got all the refs, but then you only have one head ref. You know what I mean?
Right.
That makes the final decision, Kurt.
The sanctioning bodies like how it is because they got power. They don't want no policing or be no type of organization that can oversee them. They have too much power and they liken it the way it is. They have sanctioning fees and they can do what they want. And I don't think we ever gonna see a change, not in this lifetime.
Yeah, that's what I think. You know what I mean? Oh, I made it. What's going on? It should be that's how I see it. One judge supersedes the other. And Fred made a good point because Fred told him, well, and you guys need to do post-fight press conferences. You and the referee and the judges. So they could ask him, what was you thinking? You know what I mean?
That's a good idea. The judges, they're shy away from that.
Yeah.
They're shy away. They don't want to be asked questions. They don't want to be questioned. That's just like having a criminal on the witness stand.
Right. Because Kurt, you know, like my thing, Kurt, is like, you know, you have one judge supersede the others. So when you have, you know, a judge say, "Oh, Canelo and Floyd Mayweather was a draw," no, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man, stop it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Jonathan Simon, brother in the super chat, you know the Charlo brothers are from my hometown of Lafayette, Louisiana, and had to move to Houston because they was bad little boys beating up everyone. Oh, I didn't know that. That's a lot of people's background.
And let me ask you something about the Charlos. Do they have a Haitian background? Because I believe that's a Haitian name, ain't it, Charlo?
It is, but they're Jamaican, I think.
You sure?
Yeah, I believe so.
Somebody look into that.
Yeah, because Charlo is like French, right? Because it's Charlo.
Yeah, and French is
Yeah, it's Charlo.
usually is Haitian.
Right.
Charlo.
Creole, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know Errol Spencer's Jamaican.
His father's Jamaican, right? And his mother's American?
Yeah. Yeah. A-Side Boxer talk back in the super chat. He said back in the day the referee was third judge like the model.
That's true.
I like that model, yeah. Well, maybe he should oversee, you know what I mean? Maybe he should be the one. Because again, Curry, he said he had Wilder win in the first fight.
Right.
He said Wilder won the first 4 rounds in the first fight. Clearly, he said. So, you know. But all right, Kurt, let's get on out of here, man.
Oh man, I enjoyed the show today, man. It was a great conversation. You know, we got political, we had to, but it was still boxing talk. But great show, Blue, like always, man. And people, the chat, the family, love you guys, man. Love you guys. Like cooked food, man. I just love talking boxing. We got a great fight this Saturday. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for your time. And I have another show to do. And I could talk boxing all day, every day. Be careful what you ask for because God will give it to you. So I can never get tired. I love talking boxing, but looking forward to this Saturday. Blue, great job. Chat, thank you very much for your time. My name is Curtis Anderson, aka Kurt Sugar, and we will see you tomorrow. I can't believe it's Friday already.
Already, Kurt. Week went past, man. Exclusive news insider back in the super chat again, Kurt. He said 130-pound AB versus Tank. Who y'all got? Man, I'll probably say Adrian Broner because that Adrian Broner was a bad man. What you think, Kurt?
That's a good fight. 130 pounds. Broner was a different fighter. He let his hands go, especially when he beat Antonio DeMarco. I was like, man, this guy's a can't miss. And he missed. I might have to give the edge to Broner because that's a tough fight though. Because he ain't gonna hit Broner on the chin like that, like he do all the other fighters. So I might have to go with Broner at 130.
Yeah, I'm going Broner. Broner was different at 130, man. 130, Broner was different. But y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Raw. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all we got for y'all. Peace.
Peace.